Ladies and gentlemen, the dolphin has returned.
I'm surprised they let you back in.
Me too. It was very easy.
I'm sure we'll hear all about your trip. In the snomlets and et cetera, et cetera.
Well, there's not much new to report, so like...
Right, same old shit.
Yeah, but I've been gone for a while.
Yeah, but before we get started, I was going to open up with, because in light of all of the current goings-ons.
Which ones? There's been a lot of stuff going on while I've been gone. The Olympics, like the fucking shit water and the Potomac.
The war one.
Someone
we
just died, right?
another country.
It's one of those good and bad things, right?
Yeah. It's similar to the Venezuela thing.
Exactly. Good thing that guy got taken out. Bad thing we invaded
had
the country.
to do it. Yeah.
I think we're going to find out.
Did we fuck around and find out?
I think we're finding out.
Well, so let's start with this. This is what I want to start with. When was the first time you remember your country being at war?
No, never. This country or
this is today? Is the day?
Like I am of two worlds.
I know, but I'll take either.
It was kind of like at war when like 97 was looming. I mean, that's when people were scrambling to leave. That's when we left.
Yeah,
it's not like war per se, but it's a conflict and threat to your way of life.
Yeah.
Oh, so you left in 97?
Before 97, in 90. Like people was leaving way before 97.
You left in
90, yeah.
90.
Yeah, I was 10. But people was been ready to leave, knowing what was coming up for a long time.
So when he got here is when...
Did we have Desert Storm?
Yeah, when Bobby...
Yeah,
you realized,
Desert Shield was my first military conflict.
I don't remember. I remember the name Shield, but I remember hearing the Storm first.
Yeah, so I think Storm is more popular. But
sounds cooler.
I just looked it up because I might have lost it on a bet. But I think SHIELD was us getting involved to protect Kuwaitis.
That's the thing.
Which, speaking of which, that fucking plane that got shot down, where there's like the video footage, they're like, America, like, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, like that bit. I'm like, yeah, you fucking better, buddy. Like, you know, just show a little love, why don't you? But like. I remember, because it was scary for me. Like, it was 1990, so I was 9 years old.
Yeah,
Leia's age.
Yep.
And just the idea, like, my country is at war. Was like, fuck. Like, what does that mean for me? What does that mean for my stability? What does having no point of reference other than there was a Revolutionary War, there was a Civil War, there was these other wars I've heard about through time, Vietnam, World War II. So I was like,
talks about Korea, but Korea was a thing too.
Yeah, in a slaughterhouse. But
I 70 has a Korea.
Yeah. But I remember asking my dad. I was like, what if we lose?
Desert Shield?
So it's funny. It's funny you say that. So my dad was like, "We won't be losing."
But that's weird that you. I wonder if it's different in perspective. You growing up American, because like that was never a thought that came through my mind. Like I knew we were at war, or no. In my mind, we weren't at war. We were out doing war.
As Americans or as Chinamen?
As an American.
Okay.
And I guess growing up as a Chinaman, America has a much different reputation back then.
Yes.
We were good guys. We were definitely good guys back in the day.
Yes.
Now it's
I feel
questionable.
Well, in certain parts of the world, we were still kind of like that. In that part in particular.
Well, I grew up in Hong Kong, not China.
Right? No. I mean, like Iran and all that shit. Like
but this is from my perspective growing up. Like, I mean, that's why we came here.
Right.
We came here because of the translation for America's "美国."
That sounds so hard.
So like,
sounds like "mighty goat."
So "gok" means country. When in Chinese, a lot of names of countries end with that. Like China is Zhonggok, middle country. Because they're center of the fucking world, right?
Right.
美国 translates to beautiful country.
How about that?
Yeah.
Make a little noise, America being a beautiful country back in 1990.
America beautiful. Like I said, that was just 30 years ago. Sure. Now, not so much, the reputation. But so like, when that happened, I was like, we were out doing war. It was never a thought to me that we in our country was having war, especially not really fleeing, but fleeing from a place where we were getting invaded. It never felt like real war to me.
Right.
We're just out fighting somebody else.
Yeah. Even though you're like being invaded by your own but different.
Yes, yeah. But like, it was never a thought in my mind because like, there's no fighting.
But different.
What is it? One world, two kingdoms, or some shit, whatever it is.
Yeah. yes. Some dumb shit like that. Which, don't get me started. So don't get me started with the Japan, Taiwan, fucking. I don't want to start that shit. But like, yeah. So it was like it was because to me, war is like threats on both sides. If you just the aggressor, good guy or bad, you're not really at war.
Sure, and that makes very great sense to my 45-year-old brain.
Yes,
but my
as a
9-year-old
child,
brain, like the kid that you just saw up there, in that brain, I was like, this could go either way. It's war. Wow. You never know which way. Because
I was the same age as you, and and I wasn't even American, really.
Yeah. So no, you just thought we were invincible.
For context on size of war.
Okay.
Not size of.
Just making sure we're.
Yeah.
What size?
Desert Shield, about 500,000 troops for the U.S. deployed. Desert Storm, 600,000.
Add one on. You know what I mean? For good measure.
Operation Iraqi Freedom and Inherent Resolve, 2 million.
You know the difference between a storm. Like you're the type to pull up next to me. You're in your shield. I'm in my storm. You know, you got the nerve to ask me, yo, dog, what's the difference between a storm and a shield? Like 100,000, cocksucker, beat it.
Fair.
Yeah, so about 4 times as many.
Yeah.
I mean, what's really interesting is like, if you go back further, you know the amount of U.S. troops involved in World War II. And you think about like the ramifications back home.
Right.
Like, so I was 6 or 7, Desert Shield. 6, 7.
Nice.
I hate it.
Got him.
I hate it. So I don't like, I didn't know a ton of like 18 to 25-year-olds then.
Right.
But I didn't get the feeling that like my parents knew people whose kids were over there. Because it was such a small percentage. But then you move to Iraqi Freedom and Inherent Resolve, and it felt like, you know, like, well, I mean, if you go to any Walmart, they had their heroes board. And
Right.
Like, people definitely knew people whose kids were deployed.
Yeah.
Right. If you go all the way back to World War II, it was like you didn't.
Everybody was deployed.
You didn't know anybody who didn't know somebody.
There wasn't a family that was like, oh, none of the people I know.
Right.
It's like everybody had something.
Right.
So it's just an interesting thing about how it affects like the back home kind of thing.
Yeah. I think that like
and we got hit in World War II.
Yeah. You know, nobody walked away unscathed, Joey. But I think that like it's just it spawned to my brain when you asked if my baby was hearing about it in school, like if it was being talked about in school, because I don't remember it being talked about in school. Desert Storm, Desert Shield, like I don't remember it being talked about in school. The only knowledge I had of it was like you referenced seeing it on my dad's television, you know, and then like as a kid, it's horrifying.
Yeah, so
but then the video games came out with the helicopters and shit. That was cool.
Yeah. Well,
I remember playing them.
Yeah, on Super Nintendo. It was great.
Yeah.
And I think I remember, and this is one of those weird, like, fleeting memories where it's kind of hard to, like, pin down. But at some point in grade school, I remember, because I went to a Catholic school, so, like, saying prayers for the troops. But that's the only thing I remember from actual school of them talking about there's a conflict happening.
Right.
Where we have people there.
Right.
What's that? Is it? I don't know. I can't remember now if I just watched a movie or if some shit happened in Bosnia at some point.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened.
Pretty big conflict between them.
What time frame is that?
Now?
Nah, there's
I'm talking in the past.
Yeah. Bosnia, so what was it? Bosnia and Croatia?
Let me look it up.
Because
now I just vaguely remember
99.
that. Okay, so I vaguely remember that being a big deal.
98, 99.
But not enough of a big deal for me to remember if it was a movie or real life.
Yeah, it's still not great there, I don't think.
Well, but like we're not talking about it now.
There's like a
it was like
a conflict region area.
There's a lot of conflict region areas in the world.
Yeah,
we can't keep track of them all because humans be human thing.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Yeah,
exactly.
Anyway, just watch it. You know, like Friday morning, or you know, I was up in the middle of the night for something, and I just happened to check my phone.
We got him. We got him.
Well, here's the thing. Die like a dog. Here's the thing: is the way that I got turned on to this shit. I was actually like, no. My New York City drill page shared Twitter video saying we may have struck Iran like, an hour ago or something. And I was like, oh, I'm sure NYC Drill Unlimited.
Shout out.
Shout out from the Skullface podcast.
So I jumped on over to Twitter and I was like, oh my God, it's real. The drill page is putting me up on world news.
Yeah, I think
was worth it for you to follow.
Yeah.
It's about midnight.
In more ways than one, Joey.
I got like an alert for like an AP News article that said like explosions over Tehran. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, we're in there doing some.
It's like, it doesn't sound as cool as bombs over Baghdad.
No.
But I was like, man, we're in there
anyway
doing some secret shit and blowing some stuff up. And then like 2 hours later, like, oh no, we're just. It's tomahawks. It's it's full on. So that was interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, like thoughts and prayers and all that kind of shit. See how this shit shakes out.
Yeah, I just saw earlier today that it spread to some other places.
Well, like a lot of places, like, did you see that? Like the Dubai, the hotel got hit.
Do you see people are leaving negative?
They're leaving negative reviews on the hotel. They're saying saying terrible air defense system.
Yeah, like my room was nice until it got hit by a rocket. Do you know that they suspended coffee service during a rocket attack?
It's like
want refund.
It's like it shouldn't be funny, but it's funny.
Exactly.
So there's I think it was like Jordan and Bahrain. They're like
Bahrain.
Is
same,
that
exact
one?
same.
Okay.
you know the one.
This is how I know about the world.
That famous song that was written about them.
Are you talking about Bahrain?
I have no idea.
Is it
I'm foreign as
Iran?
I'm foreign as fuck, bro.
Have we just been getting conditioned?
Yeah.
What is that?
They were like the Tupac of their time. Predicting the future.
Yes. Psycho conditioning us to be used to this shit.
All right, let's get rid of music.
I just killed myself.
They've tried. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Just like trying to get rid of alcohol. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, so they're like evacuating Americans from Jordan. And then like 2 or 3 of our consulates have been attacked now.
Yeah, I saw one in Pakistan. An embassy in Pakistan was attacked.
Yeah, it's us doing it, or people doing stuff now just because
it was people protesting the attack on Iran for the Pakistan one. It was
because the Ayatollah is not just popular in Iran. He's got followers all over the Middle East.
Do you know that
he had followers.
The one that
he still has followers, but he's no longer around to receive them.
The one that took over in 79, he was like basically putting out mixtapes. Like he was like funneling mixtapes, like recorded audio recordings, like from France through, and like people started circulating them, and it was basically like,
were they cassettes or 8 tracks?
So I don't know, but they were like these audio recordings that people had access to, and it was like spreading the message, and like he was like way ahead of the mixtape game. Because
like it's interesting that like Osama bin Laden was putting out messages on CD.
Yeah, and on the World Wide Web.
But like that's how they passed it, just like CDs.
Osama been blogging, you know what I mean?
Wild WordPress site.
You just almost has coffee all over you, bro.
And it's BEEN. Osama been blogging. Oh God! So Joey, tell us all about Japan. Japanimation.
Japanimation. Nothing. I mean, it's good. Nothing really new to report per se. I'm just so like I'm trying to like switch my mind off of what the fuck we're talking about to this shit. But it's like, wait.
So can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
So because I am who I am, I've been following a bunch of pages of guys going to other countries and exploring their red light districts.
Yes. Yeah.
And yesterday I saw a video of somebody in he was outside of Tokyo, but I can't remember what city, and I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it, to be fair. But he walked into he's like, hey, if you come here, don't come to this store if you're not ready for some crazy shit. So he goes in and like the ground floor, it's just a regular like trinkets and bullshit kind of thing. And then there's an elevator and it says like level 2 and it's like medium. And it's all Japanese writing, but he's reading off some of the things and it's like, schoolgirl and all this other stuff.
Yeah. They're fans of that.
Then level 3
and the Donald Duck sailor look for some reason.
Yeah. Level 3, he's
no
like,
pants.
This is the hardcore, right? And he's like, up here is, and he's just naming off different things. I can't remember everything. And then there's another level which was extreme, and he's like,
with the sounding rods and shit.
Oh my god,
it was
not for me.
There was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And
that's normal. Those buildings are around, like in public, like next to toy stores. There's a whole building. Two floors basement up to 6 floors high. Yeah, there's like Love Mercy. That's like right in the middle of Akiba. Yeah.
Did you go?
To look at those sex stores? Yeah. But and also like red light district wise, you can get. Well, it's hard for gaijin, right? Not even just gaijin. It's hard for someone who doesn't speak Japanese. Most of them don't serve non-Japanese speakers, but like they're not, I don't know if they're legal or not, but they're basically brothels, right? Like you go and then they give you massages and stuff, and then it's known that you have sex with them or you receive sexual services.
Is this here or there that we're talking about?
Japan.
Okay. Just
I mean, here, shit, I wish.
I feel like it does happen here at massage parlors.
I mean, yeah, but like that's like you might get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Over there, you're not going to. They're just designated places where you know it's fine, and then you can get
designated milking facility.
Yeah. And you can Nuri massages are great. And
that's the naked massage. Right?
That's the naked massage with like
soapy
goop.
Ugh, God.
Where they use their body to massage.
Yeah, but it's like goop. It's like slime. It's like Nickelodeon slime, but clear and like lubricant.
Just all the other cum.
It's just all, yeah. Just
all the days come.
Just a bowl.
You get the shower afterwards. You got to put your clothes back on.
It's in the shower. It takes place in the bath, so you wash up after.
Oh, okay.
But then you can get called health visit, like healthy visit. So basically, call in escorts services. But like, it's hard if you don't speak Japanese or aren't Japanese. Yeah.
Do you speak Japanese?
I wish.
Sorry. All right.
But yeah, this is you. I completely derail from my
Jaina can understand some of it, like
enough of it.
She watches so much of it that like
absorbed.
We were watching that South Park episode where they were like making fun of like the anime shit and everything, and then I like laughed at this part, and she laughed at it, and I was like, right, and she's like, yeah, she's like, you get it, right, and I was like, yeah, like just like and I did an impression of it that's probably not appropriate to do here. And she was like,
everything's appropriate here. What haven't you done here?
And she was like, no, he's actually saying something. He's saying da-da-da. And I was like, how the fuck do you know that? She's like, I can pick some of it up now. Like, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, because you watch.
She listens
subs.
and reads. Well, at that time specifically, she was listening and reading to so much Japanese language, discussion,
great for immersion,
conversation that like she just started picking some of it up.
Yeah, I can read a lot because there's a lot of crossover with Chinese, so like it gets me around. It helps get around real good.
That's interesting.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
and not just reading Chinese and Japanese is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not as crazy as reading Russian cursive, but
just swirls, same exact looking swirls over and over again.
That's how you know they're crazy.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, no, it's only Chinese that's like, I don't know, well, of the main three, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. Chinese is the only stupid one. I guess maybe because they're the oldest.
Yeah,
Chinese is straight memorization. Like you just have to memorize 5,000 characters. Japanese and Korean are actually phonetic. They actually have an alphabet.
We have a friend that is a Chinese linguist.
No,
I just found that out recently.
Oh yeah,
Had no idea.
Are they Asian or are they white?
White.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But
I don't know why, but it does.
So like the one time she was studying she has to take a test every so often to certify her proficiency in it, and she's just writing in a notebook. And I'm like, how the fuck can you do this?
Yeah, it's insane.
It's just thousands of different characters.
Little bird cages.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, it was just repetition. Like, and as far as I remember, because I don't remember too much, but like in Chinese class, or whatever, just language class, I guess. Like you just write the same thing over and over again, so you remember it.
And she's like, if this character is next to it, then it does this to that.
Yes.
I'm like,
but
I can barely
it is,
write fucking English.
If you memorize it, though, it's more efficient. That's why there's Chinese that kanjis mixed into Japanese, because sometimes it would take, if you spell something phonetically, it takes like 5 or 6 spaces where you can just put the one kanji to mean that thing.
Right.
So imagine if D, like we do that here. The letter U stands for YOU. Mm-hmm. It's like that, but 2 different languages.
Right.
But I didn't get off. My brain is still on the war thing, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to stay there? We can stay there.
No, I'm just asking. Like, with the Venezuelan guy and the Iran guy are bad guys. I mean, not the same way good guys, but they were definitely bad guys.
From our perspective, the Jedi are evil.
But they were definitely bad guys, and their people mostly didn't like them.
Correct.
And was happy that they're taken away.
Yeah.
But then, like, other people who don't live there are complaining about it.
Yes.
A lot of Americans are complaining about it. You shouldn't invade. You shouldn't do that to their people when their people are, like, celebrating.
Yes.
It's weird, that kind of...
It is weird. There's a lot of weird stuff, specifically with the mental gymnastics of that part of the world and how we view, how we, the West, views human rights and, women's rights are human rights, to quote Hillary Clinton and all that kind of stuff. Like, but how we view that versus parts of that world, and then where we draw moral compass lines and everything. Like,
people have a lot of mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
Because, like, you kill a guy, I mean, their culture don't drive with us a lot of their culture with especially women's rights and all that, right? Correct. But then at the same time you complain about that, but then you also complain about, I guess, progress trying to be made,
right? Well, I think, like, specifically Iran, right? Because, like, that's another problem.
Didn't they force people to go to transition if they're gay? I'm pretty sure that was a thing.
Like, kill them? Like,
no, like if you're gay, they just make you trans.
Oh, I don't know.
They just kill the gay people.
Yeah, I think usually they just kill them.
Okay, because I thought they just like make you transition.
Don't
quote me on the bad.
I'm not saying that that's
not
something,
the case, yeah.
But I am saying that the killing thing is definitely a thing.
That's 100% a thing.
I don't know about Iran and their progressive
cutting edge. I think
I think someone got.
There are a lot
cutting edge.
And I know there are a lot of predominantly Muslim countries that will just murder.
Yeah, there's been people who's been in prison for dancing.
Yeah.
All right. So Google says
wherever Kevin Bacon was from in Footloose.
Same-sex sexual activity is illegal.
Yeah.
Punishable by severe penalties, including imprisonment, corporal punishment, and execution in Iran.
Yeah.
So they would not just force you to transition.
Yeah.
They would just transition you to death.
It is a transition. It's a different state.
Yeah. I think that, like, it's one of those things, right, where it's the same.
Oh, I was wrong. Paradoxically, sex reassignment surgery has been legal since a fatwa issued by Ayatollah Khomeini in the 1980s, but this is often pushed as a cure to conform traditional gender roles rather than recognition of gender identity.
See, I heard something about that. I'm not that crazy.
No. I don't put much past that Ayatollah gentleman.
Khomeini?
Yeah. Khomeini, you know what I mean?
And like,
got him, dude.
It's burns. It's weird. Like, people can have two ideas, conflicting ideas at the same time, but they also can't. So conflicting idea at the same time is you don't agree with them, but then you think you shouldn't do anything about it. Those are conflicting. But then also at the same time, you can't be like, we did a bad thing, but the results were a good thing. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's possible too, right?
Yeah, but like, you have a hard time with one, but not the other.
Well, people have a really hard time holding two thoughts in their head simultaneously, right? Like, I think that the world is better off without that regime. That's my opinion.
Yeah. And the other one that we got.
Yeah. Now, whether or not the next regime is any better,
no, I mean,
anybody's guess.
Power vacuum is always bad, at least for a while.
But I think that there are a lot of people, like boots on the ground people there, that are frustrated and are willing to fight. Like, we've seen that happen before. Last time was not so good for them, but we have seen them take action before. I saw an artist recently do this piece that was really fucking cool. it was a painting of like a screaming woman holding not that particular pose, but like in anguish, holding the head of the Ayatollah, but the head was like a skull. But it had the beard on it and stuff. Like there was other descriptive elements to let you know who it was supposed to be. And he had it on this canvas, and he had some sort of like, so to speak, thick liquid mass of red at the bottom of the eyes of the Ayatollah, and then his like last finishing step as he tips the canvas up, and like the blood color drips down out of the eyes, and like that's the finishing touch to his paintings. It was fucking cool. And it's obviously an expression. There's another artist I follow who is obviously not a fan. And let me say this too. I think that art should challenge people. Okay, so I don't. So that guy, I getting the feeling that he's very much against the Ayatollah, that regime, and their oppression towards people. Right now, this other artist I follow is very much like pro-Palestinian, and I haven't seen him do anything in regards to Iran, which sometimes is the case, and very anti-Trump, and et cetera, et cetera. And I follow him as well, and like I don't need every artist to politically line with me in order for me to be challenged by them and appreciate what they do, regardless of if I agree or don't agree.
Yes, it's a good thing.
But like, he's done a number of pieces, but he got famous. And actually, he actually follows. Like I follow him. He did this like thing during COVID that was all like first responder based, and and I've done like charity stuff here for first responder stuff, so like I'm connected to it a little bit. But he did like the famous one.
That's a vibe.
yes. But we did like this famous one. This like kind of it kind of got viral, where it was like the COVID molecule or whatever, the spiky little ball was like
the virus.
Yes, is that how you call it? Is that just the right word? A virus particle. It's a particle. I'm still close.
Say what I say.
Yeah. So this thing is like the size of that big monster ball from Big Trouble in Little China or something. Like it's huge, right? Yeah. And it's standing in front and it's like screaming. It's a profile shot and it's screaming, and there's like a nurse standing on the other side just flipping it off, and like it kind of went viral.
Do we need to talk about the fucking nurses again?
Yeah, but so anyway, like, and he does stuff like, so like, I don't know, like to talk about two thoughts being like both of those gentlemen. I'm a fan of both. I don't always agree with either.
Yeah.
And don't need to in order to appreciate their work and what they're trying to say.
Well, just because they're on different sides of an argument doesn't mean that they can't also have points.
Sure, absolutely, and it also
valid points where,
and it also doesn't mean that or their audience, I should say, isn't better for discussing both.
Right?
Like
you never. Well, you're not be a fan of anyone or anything if they need to agree with you 100%.
Yeah, but I feel like
and when you do find
so
that,
much
then
of
you're
the
in a
world
fucking
is
tiny
turning
echo
that
chamber.
way.
But then, it's just like tiny pockets of people sticking together and then just being completely blind.
It's called
to
an
everything.
echo chamber.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, so the whole us deciding to go in and overthrow two regimes, the issue I have with it is that it wasn't us as a country deciding it.
No.
It was an allies, for lack of a better term.
Right. I'm not sure that a whole lot of people weren't asked about it. Like, hey, this is what we're going to do. Right? Like, do you want to be a part of this? Is this the right thing? So what gives us, and specifically the current administration, the authority to step in on behalf of other people and to say, we're going to eliminate this person because we think they're bad?
Did you watch Team America, Team Police?
Team America,
like
World
Police.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that, and to play devil's advocate, like I'm a big fan of legislature dictating who we go to war with and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm a fan of following the rules in terms of all that.
Yeah,
politically.
It's important.
But just for the sake of conversation, right? Like Iran is responsible for we have enough. In my opinion, we have enough to table that conversation in Congress to be like, these people have. This regime is responsible for somewhere around 1,000 American deaths directly, without funding these other organizations that have caused and then there's an argument there. Yes. But I agree with you that I'm a fan of playing by the rule book.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just, and this may be coincidence. Obviously I don't know all the details, but it feels like whenever there's a lot of bad stuff in the news for certain people, that we pull out these plans to change the topic.
Yep.
And that
100%.
And that is using people as a means to an end, as opposed to doing it for the right reason.
Yes.
Right. So like
par for the course.
Yeah. And that's the issue that I
Well, there always does have to be a take, right? From a business perspective, because war is business, right? So like there needs to be a take, right? There needs to be some sort of advantageous reason to get involved.
Sure. I mean, otherwise you're just the world police.
Right. So like,
and even them, they get paid.
Right. So like, I think that, I don't know, I'm still wrestling with these ideas, right? Yeah. Because like, here's a question that I have to ask myself, is that sometimes I like, regardless of how I feel politically, right? I had to sit and ask myself sometimes, is the world that my children inherits a better world with the Ayatollah in it or out of it?
But we don't know how
selfishly. And we don't know who the power vacuum. We don't know who's going to.
But that's the problem. We don't know how things shake out, right? Because
sure,
it could destabilize things and make things worse.
It could get worse, and then I'd have to ask myself: is the world better with or without that?
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's one of those you can't predict how things.
But like, if you look at like the '79 shit in Iran, right, where like the regime changed, like I would make the argument from a year away from birth and 27 years away from being a father, that the world was a better place with the Shah in it for my children than the Ayatollah in it.
Yeah. So the other side of that, to me, the other part of that conversation is, if we're going to be the moral police, right, to say like, hey, we don't like the fact that this government is killing its citizens or suppressing speech or yada yada yada, we should probably not be doing the same thing.
No shit. I mean, that's my main thing.
For sure.
That's my main thing.
Recently, there have been more and more sliding in our own country.
Yeah.
That it makes it hard to swallow the pill, so to speak, of we're doing this for the betterment of other people, because at the same time, we're experiencing, maybe not on the same scale. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm trying to process it. So keep going.
So it's like, how are we the moral authority with how we have, as a country, have been acting?
It's hypocritical.
And it's not, to be fair to all parties, it's not just since Trump.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've been fairly critical.
Yeah, I think you can make the argument we've always been hypocritical.
Yeah.
That's true. But I've been critical of Obama and his drone strikes and killing U.S. citizens in Yemen. So like, the more we do this, and just like almost any other thing in the government, once they start doing it, the next guy's just going to do it
more.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So we've been going down this path that I think relieves us of the throne of moral superiority in the world.
I mean, that's why
if before we were always not really there, to me, at least the ideals of the way that we tried to do things in the country, we were aspiring to be the moral authority.
So I think that I agree with you in that regard. Like, I don't think that we're on the throne of a moral authority. And I think that we do act like that sometimes. We do posture, and a lot of us feel that way. But I do think that we're at the bar stool.
Well, yeah.
But that's what
I mean? Like, if they're on a bench and we're on a bar stool, we used to be on a throne, maybe,
So, that's what I was saying from my perspective as an immigrant. Like, the perspective of America is very different from when I was 10 to now.
Yeah.
It was very different as an outside, because like y'all grew up here. You don't know how you look necessarily from the outside. You can hear about it.
Flies
out. You can hear about it, but like as someone who actually from the outside looking in, I remember like looking at America like a beacon.
But also
that's as much anymore.
But the information was also more controlled there. You know what I mean? During that time and everything else, like, you know, information is more readily accessible, and you know, like who would have known how America would have looked, you know, had, you know, all the Contra business been out there and everything else at the time. You know,
True.
Yeah, so I think it's and we might as a country be conflating the idea of being a superpower and a moral.
This makes no sense being a superpower.
Right, so like
militarily, at least, I guess
those two things don't come hand in hand. Mm-hmm. So just because you have the ability to depose governments, doesn't mean that you have the right moral authority to do so.
To invade a sovereign country.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's like, sovereignty is a big deal to me, right?
It is.
Like,
I mean, why haven't we done shit about North Korea? If we're such a fucking moral superiority thing, like, we know shit is bad there. We fucking know how awful it is there, but we don't say shit about it.
Yeah, I guess.
You know,
I guess we tried.
And then, like, I'm interested to see. I've been
and lost. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, at what point you guys? At some point, you can't like.
You can sneak in and fucking nap a president, but you can't do nothing about North Korea.
I don't know, but I mean, we did go to war with Korea, and we did arguably lose. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, you know, it's like if I'm sitting here, right, and Farrell is picking on you, right, and I'm like,
never, by the way, Joey,
and I'm like, well, to quote my daughter's Matilda play, and that's not right. And if it's not right, I jump in and try, and then Farrell whips my ass. You know, at some point I'm like, "Hey man, I tried, dude. You got it." You know, like, I fucking. When's the last time you jumped in for me? Look, good luck to you. I gave it a shot. You know?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's my
that's fair.
That's my weird sense there, and also because I feel like I got burned the last time. You know, with whole Operation Iraqi Freedom, and, you know, all that.
Free as fuck.
Yeah, man.
Mission accomplished, right? Mission success.
Yeah, so it's like here's the other weird part. As a former service member, I remember.
It makes noise for that.
I remember getting, you know, warning orders for deployments and everything like that, and being like, and whether 100% of this is real or forced, feeling like excited to go do it.
I mean, there were a lot of people who are excited.
I mean, that's part of the machine, though, right? Like,
yeah, but and it's definitely, you know, it's why.
Like, I've talked to cops that are excited to go on, like, the armed burglary, or the firefighters that are excited to go to the house fire. Or
and there is a degree of, like, you dehumanize the enemy so that you can make it easier to do what you have to do.
To be non-human.
That's not necessarily a healthy thing to do.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember being excited, like, hey, we're going to go and we're going to fuck shit up. But now looking back, I feel bad for that same, for the 22-year-old version of me that is now getting ready to go boots on ground in Iran or Iran. And
wow, you big on that? Iran versus Iran?
It's Iran.
It's Iran.
Well, I mean, it's Cuba also.
Yeah.
We don't.
It's also Namor.
So
which was the fucked up part. Fuck Namor.
We're not 100% sure. It's Namor now, but they might have been throwing a little Espanol vibes on that because of the story that they told with that shit.
So I'm just trying to be.
But that shit does piss me off. Right?
I'm just trying to be mildly respectful of the country that we're about to invade.
Okay. So if we invade Cuba, we're going to Cuba. Okay.
I'll start speaking Spanish. But I do feel bad for the 22-year-old, the current 22-year-old that is the same as I was.
But that's why
about to go in under false pretenses, the way that, you know, buying up all the things, and a lot of time willfully ignorant, right? Not trying to listen to the other side, because it's going to break down this idea that you have to build in your head so that you can actually go there and do it.
Right.
But like, that's why there's an age limit up what they recruit.
Right.
You have to recruit you when you're dumb.
Yeah. Well, impressionable.
I'm impressionable.
Yeah.
Like, I remember
Well, I mean, testosterone doesn't hurt.
I mean, no, it doesn't. But like, it's
yeah.
also like a very not fanfic, but it's very. It's propaganda, and it's attracting children, right? Because like I was in the Navy for a short time, and I remember when my friend said,
these boys are both the veterans here, dude.
when my best friend at the time signed up, and then he told me about it, and he gave me the Blue Jacket manual, and I was reading this shit, and it's like reading a novel. Like going to serve your country and valor and glory and all that shit. I'm like, this sounds fucking great.
Yeah, glory.
Like now, if I read that shit, I'm like, what is this bullshit?
Yeah.
Do you know, like, so, like, there's.
Now, to
you
be
can't
fair,
blame the 18 to 20 year old. You know,
I didn't.
And it's sad. Yeah, it's sad for them, but they won't know better until later.
I never served, but
Make some noise for that.
Well, but I would have been happy to serve either one of your girls while you were gone.
Nice.
Fucking Jody. Yeah, so like I just look at it like, you know, me looking back on my time, and not saying that it was all bad. Like there's tons of things that I experienced that shaped
once in a lifetime shit. Yeah.
But there's a lot of pain that came from that, and I just hope that the current group going there doesn't have to go through that.
Yeah. Or that they get taken care of when they come back. Yeah, that's usually what we're complaining about.
The problem is like fucking Trump is cutting VA stuff. You know, they're going back and changing people's disability percentages. You know,
so God bless the troops, but only when they're fucking out there.
Yeah, it's just
there's a Manson lyric. It's not about the troops, but it's like equivalent that I always think about, where he's like, "Let's hear it for the kids, but nothing they say."
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, I'm ready to move on to Japan.
Yeah.
Let's go to Japan.
Japanima.
Let's see. It's Nippon, right?
Nippon, yeah.
Viva Nippon.
On Nihon. Like I said, it's always been weird to me how countries have multiple names in different languages. I feel like it should just be phonetically translated. You know?
Yeah.
Wow, this is old news. Okay, this is from months ago.
Yeah.
I have no on here on how Grok, the AI image services were canceled. I don't know if they've been reinstated.
The Twitter one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because all that is just people making porn of other people.
So have you seen the new latest?
And that is like exploitative and or like degrading to women or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, like if history has shown us anything, if we can make some pornographic material out of it and degrade women in the process, we have a tendency to do it.
Yeah. So like
that's what porn is.
Yeah.
That's, to be fair, that's why I only watch amateur porn.
Yeah.
Because I got to a certain age where how they could potentially be treated offset and shit started fucking with me. Yeah. And I couldn't.
You only watch ethical porn.
I couldn't get into it.
Free range ethical porn.
Well, I'll tell you, here's the other thing. There's something. So just turn the phone off for a second. I'm getting ready to take a deep dive.
We're deep dive today. We're not gonna get through this list.
The amateur porn world.
Yeah.
That game has changed.
Oh yeah, it's a majority now.
So when I got into it, it was all like camera on a tripod. Now it's a production, right? And then there's OnlyFans and there's Fansly and there's all this. It's a business, right? Yes. And even some of that for me now is too much. Well, and I'm looking for the more raw, because what I learned in my orgasm journey. My journey is that a big part of my turn on with pornography now, since switching over to amateur, is that everybody is into it. Like there's no acting at all.
Jorgasm.
Jorgasm is better, dude. Jorgasm. I secede. Dude, it's like you invaded my word.
Your sovereignty. Your porn sovereignty.
You invaded my search history. But like I think that the fact that I have now, because your brain gets programmed with that shit, right? Like porn and shit. And like now I can't, like if I see like professional porn, like the fuck all that shit, I'm like it might as well be fucking Mortal Kombat. Like I don't get
a lot of it is like
by
cringe
whatsoever.
nowadays at my age. It's like, ugh, why are you doing that? That's weird.
So I say all that to say this, back to the degrading and all that shit. Like, to me, like, you know, the older I get, and maybe it's a maturity thing, or maybe it's just, maybe, you know, it's probably not even so much a maturity thing as it is me always trying to get to something authentic, you know? But now that I've gotten to this place, like, there's no going back for me. Like, I'm not interested in anything remotely produced or AI generated, to be fair, but I do understand how it got there.
Yeah. I mean, like,
in terms of pornography.
Yeah. I mean, a lot, like Pornhub and Xvideo, they have their own. Like, a lot of people make it's not even like OnlyFans. Like, people have their account on there where they make their own porn, and like the couples site. Yeah, like it's real. They want to fuck each other, but it's still produced.
Yes, and I'm good with that. But there are times where I feel like, man, like, so. We can take it. Okay. So, like, some of these people I follow, like, they'll link up with somebody and, like, they'll book a flight.
Yeah.
You know,
collab.
And I do think that sometimes they go out, book this flight, book a hotel room, the whole thing. They've invested into all this, and to me, it might not seem like this is exactly what they thought it was going to be, but they made this investment and they got to get a return on that investment. And they're going through with it for the sake of content and
money,
ultimate one for the other, right? And that to me is no longer appealing. So, like, I still prefer, like,
Reddit.
Well, yeah, Reddit, but even Reddit's falling into that shit. But I prefer, even in Reddit, my Reddit stuff, like, for it to be pretty much just like a camera on a tripod or somebody holding their phone, getting it in, and then, you know, and then if they can get freaky with that shit, you know what I mean? Like, then it's like, it's even better where they got extra people coming in and all that. And then it's like, all right, well, if it's a fucking party, let's go, you know? But I just can't get into, like, the super produced stuff that doesn't seem genuine.
Yes.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But so I don't know what they were thinking that people would use AI for, is to see people naked that they haven't seen naked. Like, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know where that stands now, but it is what it is. But also, like, I don't know. It's one of those moral question things that's no answer to yet, because it's new in existence. Is like, well, there's no one really getting hurt, or there's no one really being exposed. Right. It's
right.
It's completely.
So I think that the people that are actually getting hurt are the people that are requesting the AI to make stuff. So the idea that that I can see, I see a picture of a person, right? And then because I want to see them naked, all I've got to do is just ask this AI to make them naked is really, I think, hurting me and how I view the world.
But that's not what I'm not arguing that point, but that's not what people care about. When they're outraged, it's not because you're hurting yourself, it's because they don't want to be seen naked.
Yeah, but I think that's the part that they're losing is they're not thinking about, like, what does that do to? And most of the time it's a man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, what is that doing to us that we think that all I got to do is just snap my fingers and I can see her tits?
And I think also there's a question about likeness, right? Like, owning your likeness.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, where, like, Grok shouldn't, in my opinion, you know, without looking into this too deep or thinking about it too much.
Just off
this is all off
yeah. Shouldn't be able to just play with your likeness. You should own your likeness.
Yeah. I mean, you can never stop someone picturing you naked
unless you sell it.
Right.
Yeah. Because, like, people can definitely jerk off the pictures of you.
Right. But that's theoretically, you're kind of accepting that, right? Like, if you put a picture into the world, like, it's just like somebody who hates me might print out Skullface Truth logo and put it on their dartboard, and every time I have anything, you know, remotely negative to say about Hasbro or Fans Toys, I know. I'll watch my fucking mouth around you, sir.
You gotta get a goddamn dartboard.
That, you know, they could throw a picture
and a printer.
They could throw a dart at my picture.
Yeah.
And I can't really say shit about that because I've given them that option. But what they can't do is, like, you know, to take my clothes off and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like I haven't given them permission to do that. But I might if they just ask.
It's too new to really have a definitive answer. We can all have opinions, and that's about it, really.
Well, that's part of the fun, right? Like, our views and opinions on this shit is like it's happening in real time.
Yeah, it's completely unprecedented.
Yeah. Yeah, have you ever seen it? That was another thing from that address. I don't want to get back to that, but there's one thing that I've learned about Trump in that State of the Union address. He has no faith in what you've seen.
No.
Because whatever he mentioned, he's like, you've never seen it. Yeah. You've never seen anything like it.
I also don't think he's seen a lot.
Yeah, because he's never seen it. Can you? And he also he finds most things to be generally unbelievable. You wouldn't believe it. You couldn't believe it. You know, like I was like, damn, like I can't see or believe it.
This box that you put stuff in, push a button, it heats up. You wouldn't believe.
You wouldn't believe it. It was like you cooked it right on the spot.
Oh yeah,
myself, I've never touched raw food.
You sit you go and sit in the car. It's all computers.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
Happy New Year's, Bobby.
Fuck you.
It's Chinese New Year.
That I'll take.
Year of the horse.
That I'll take. But it's almost done, isn't it?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I think it ended on Sunday.
There you go.
I just got to tell you that.
I'll take that one.
All the casinos trying to send me Chinese Lunar New Year promotions.
Nice. I like that the later the Chinese New Year is, the better, because I got to tell Bobby Happy New Year
drives me
March.
Nuts. It drives me nuts.
And I did know
you get 3 months of Happy New Year now, Bobby. Krista randomly got another raise yesterday.
Congratulations.
No reason. She hasn't been at work for a month. Like 3 weeks or whatever the fuck.
I would almost take that as an insult. Like, best work I've ever done.
Maybe they're trying to get her to come back.
But like I'm really thinking about cutting hours. Like I keep thinking about it, but like, you know me, I'm just like the FOMO about not making the money.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
not
like,
that I need it,
but it's not like you can't turn it up.
Well, that's why that's a worry I have, because my PRN status, my basically freelance status, right? Remember when I first got this job, we used to really worry about like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna get enough hours.
Right.
But now I have such a reputation, I'm getting too many hours.
Right.
But I worry if I cut back, because once you worry about losing something, you can't get it back.
Right. But then it was never yours to begin with, they say.
If you love something, you gotta let it go.
You should give yourself. But I don't mind getting put out. She is making 6 figures now.
Good for her, man. That's awesome.
Sitting at home petting her cat.
Yeah.
She's making 6 figures right now in her robes, petting that cat.
That's awesome.
I just left this morning, coming over here.
I love that for her.
Watching K-pop videos.
Yeah. I don't love that, but
yeah, she got turned on to not K-pop specifically, but one specific group of K-pop called Stray Kids, and apparently they were number 2 of 2025 of all musicians in the world, ahead of Bad Bunny and
who was
Drake.
number 1?
Taylor Swift, maybe? I don't know, but I just know that number 2, and like I've never heard of them until she told me about them. She bought a bunch of merch when we were in Japan for them. I'm sure somebody listening would know who Stray Kids are, and there's like 8 of them or some shit like that.
It was like Wu-Tang Clan. For real.
Yeah. But yeah, she watches a lot of that shit while making fucking over 100K a year. Ridiculous. Awesome. And I'm blessed. I still make a bit more than her. Makes a noise. Yes. But I'm fucking struggling for it. Yeah. Like, I be trying my best not to beat people's asses at work, you know? And she's just chilling.
So it's funny because I make more than my wife, but I never consider how much less my wife works than me. You know, so like I never factor that in. I'm always like, yeah, big man on campus. She said the other day, you know, we were having a discussion about, because she's got a person at her job that's sick, and thoughts and prayers to him. But they were talking about like working for them and this and that, and she was like, you know, and that averages out to be $400. And I was like, well, $400 from who? And she's like, well, for me. And I was like, but it's only, you know, fuck. That is what you're worth an hour, isn't it? Like, I hadn't considered that, you know. Yeah. Not that it's $400, but you know.
Yeah. So like, yeah, the imbalance of the world of pay and effort.
Yeah.
But you know,
they call it work-life balance.
Laura makes noise for her too. She pays her last student loan.
That is fucking
this month,
awesome.
March. Graduated in 2004.
That's the company. There are people, like a lot of people who never pays it off.
Yeah.
They go to the ground with that. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. Like a lot of my pharmacist friends, I know they will never pay it off.
It's all principle now, baby.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, isn't
what a beautiful system.
I'm set up. I have an appointment in April. My house is going to be paid off, and now
that's wild.
I should really fucking cut. She's making 6 figures. I should be able to cut like at least a quarter to a third of my hours, and we'll be making the same.
More flexible nerve rage schedule.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's kind of flexible nowadays.
Huh?
Thank God.
I know, at last.
It's content that counts with Bobby.
Why don't you tell her to stop petting the cat and maybe we can have it anytime, you know?
There's a lot of shit on here. How much time do we got, man? Because I can save some of this for next week. Let me just talk about the more interesting. I watched Aladdin on the plane. Holds the fuck up.
The cartoon.
Yeah, except not now. Like being grown older, the timeline no longer matches up to me. Like how quickly things happen. It's just like when you talk about some movies sometimes when you like they haven't earned it. I feel like that. I feel like Aladdin from being street rat to like Sultan was like a week.
Oh, it may have been. You know,
it was not long.
So that era of Disney movies is actually like my least favorite era.
But that's like the iconic era.
I know, but like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Little Mermaid,
that's first world problem, bitch.
Like that stuff never landed with me. Like I like that, I like that old shit. I like Sword in the Stone. I like Robin Hood. I like
love you, Robin Hood.
I love Robin Hood.
Racist Mickey.
He does like the Briar.
This is a mice only water fountain.
Yeah, the Briar Rabbit.
Yeah, so yeah, but that gets me into trouble because people don't understand that shit and they misinterpret it all the time. But yeah,
have any of? The flight going there was great because it was ANA.
ANA.
All Nippon Air, all Japanese airline.
I didn't even understand the second part you said. ANA.
Yeah, all Nippon Airline.
Oh, that's what threw me off. All Napalm Airline.
Oh, wow. Well, but like,
did I share that Japanese? I don't know why I always want to say Japanese, but like just all the you know what I mean?
More and more racist is what it is.
No. I think it's because of Japan. You got to change the emphasis on the syllable. But the Japanese stand-up comedian that was talking about how poorly Japan treated China.
Oh yes,
and he was like, we did really terrible things to China, really terrible things, and we bombed Pearl Harbor, out of nowhere, kind of, and and all those things. And you can make an argument that we deserved, the atom bomb, the first one. It's funny.
But the flight was great. Like their standard, their regular economy seats are the size of like economy plus. Like there's tons of room. The food was good. It's like I was full as fuck.
Yeah, you sent a picture of like your leg space and everything.
Yeah,
like,
that was on the way back. That was I got an upgrade. I got premium on that bitch on the way back.
Dude.
But that was on United, so I had points or something. I got a free upgrade. And like that, like all the pre-flight videos have like anime characters and Pokemon in it. It's perfect. But they didn't fucking have Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah,
which is what I always fucking watch.
I know.
So I ended up listening to Lord of the Rings on tape, read by Andy Serkis, who was like, I think channeling the movie.
Did he do the Smeagol voice?
Yeah, which is great.
Perfect. Yeah,
but he also had like I'm going to say it wrong because I don't know the difference.
Okay.
The Scottish, Irish accent.
Okay.
For one of the hobbits, Merry Pippin.
What's the difference?
And the British accent. It was like, but he was channeling that from the movie, and I'm just like, is that right? I guess that's definitive now. But
I've seen Irish pages like putting up like maps with like England circled, and like they've scratched out England and wrote Iran and been like, right here, Trump, it's right here. It's like that old beef and shit that never let it die.
It's funny. But that book goes on forever. It just hours and hours and like
so and so, the son of so and so, the son of so and so, the son of so and so.
It was like 2 hours of reading. They just barely leaving the goddamn Shire.
Giddy up, motherfuckers! And
then I listened to 3 episodes of I Know a Guy.
Okay, which ones did I send you?
Tug. Mm-hmm.
Tyler the Collector,
and someone who's retired.
Oh, that was a kitchen table episode.
Yeah,
kitchen table episode.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. All great.
Yeah.
I felt bad listening to the one with your brother.
Because
like because I don't know him.
Yeah.
I don't have relations with him, but I know you love him and he's your brother.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like some of my negative opinions, like I felt guilty about it listening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's obviously not the model citizen.
Yeah. So like, but I feel bad for thinking that about someone I care about a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can't choose your family, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
You know, like my siblings and I, you know, and not to say that we were dealt the worst hand,
But it was not good.
but we were dealt a hell of a hand, you know, and that shit
You had a little bit better with your
because I had reprieve.
Yeah.
You know, they were just suffering, you know.
And your sister turned out great.
Yeah, but not without trials and tribulations of her own.
Yes.
You know, and the only one of my siblings that quote unquote made it out with some sort of significant substance abuse or criminal record is my brother Ben,
That everybody makes fun of.
who's an idiot.
Who's a weirdo.
Yeah, and a weirdo.
It seems like, because he came up on the kitchen table episode too.
Oh, my brother did? Did he?
Of how he's a doof.
Yeah, I mean, he is a dude.
Like, he came up in both your brother's conversation and the kitchen table conversation about how he's differently a doof.
Yeah, I mean, he is a doof. He's a doof. I mean, so
You can't pick yourself. But
so he
don't talk
mops.
to him,
He
though.
mops also, and in the cleaning industry, people talk, and like I have people all the time that like will come up to me and be like, "Are you?
Yes.
Are you Ben's brother?" And I'm like, "Yep." And really? You know, it's almost like they want me to say no.
Yeah, they don't want
It's
you
like
to be
they would be happier if I said no. You know?
Did you ever throw the half?
No, because I can't pick and choose.
I mean, you can't be like, I'm half related to that.
Yeah. So Tyler the Collector got into a lot of like the Mormonism and all that kind of stuff.
It's great, like to learn more about him. I mean, I like the guy a lot.
Yeah, he's great.
It sounds like he's never coming back though. So
What's unfortunate is
he's stuck out there.
well, yeah, he's stuck out there for sure. But also that when we turned the mics off, he got into a whole other side of his life that I was like,
why are you trying to let it?
But I was like, I was like, well, fuck, man, why did this not come up? You know, but it was all about like his like celebrity experiences with being like the top dog at Foot Locker or whatever.
Having met all this. Yeah, you talked a little bit about how he met.
Some of like the backstage sort of stuff, and it was interesting, cool stories. You know, weird shit, and you know. Yeah, my brother took it with I know a guy, and that's all for those listening. It's all recorded over a jail line, you know.
It was 4 episodes,
and it comes in with like you have 5 minutes.
Yeah,
remaining
you hear when it ends,
and it's something about I left it all in.
Yeah,
you know,
I like it. It's authentic.
It's authentic. You know,
and it's like you heard the lady. He's like, yeah. Love you. Talk to you next time, kind of thing.
Yeah,
like, man, that makes it really real.
When he talked about shitting in his hand.
Yes, and how bad the conditions are and stuff.
Yeah,
like this, not that it's my place, but it's my only like thing that irks me a bit is he doesn't feel like he completely. It sounds like he's taking responsibility for his life and his action, but it doesn't feel like completely. He feels like he's still blaming other people for his circumstances, and I'm just like, maybe with time you'll.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's the other side to him. My brother is that like, he's never. This is the first time he's ever really had to be accountable. I mean, like no one's really held his feet to the fire. Like, you know, and he's always been that type of guy, similar to my buddy Stal, this basement is stupid guy.
Yes.
Stal just like Tug could fall off the Empire State Building, and somehow they would land on the world's biggest marshmallow truck that was open cab and would just land on their feet inside these marshmallows and walk out unscathed.
Yeah.
You know, like they just have this rabbit's foot jammed directly up their ass. Whereas me, like the first time, dude, no bullshit. This is a true story. My father was a gambler, and if you know, but my father wanted me to be a professional baseball player. That early on, he realized that those dreams were foiled. So then he wanted me to be his golfing partner until he found a woman that could take that spot, right? So I was actually
woman, right?
I was actually a really good golfer. Like I could make the argument that I had natural talent at that game for whatever reason. Hated every second of it. But I happened to be in this fucking sand trap one time. Got my little sand wedge out, hit the ball. Couldn't have hit it better, but had a side effect. Big mountain of sand came up and went directly down my shirt. And we're playing at like a really nice fucking place, like the
resort?
premier spot,
club
right? It's a
kind of
big deal. Yeah.
Local?
South Carolina. And so I'm covered in sand on the inside of my shirt. I took my shirt off to just like hit the sand out of it.
Yeah.
The moment I took my shirt off, the fucking like security, like the proctors, whatever, the people that are watching to make sure people are on their best behavior, happened to be driving by on a golf course. The moment I took my shirt off, like that's my luck. Yeah. You know what I mean? So anyway, this is just the first time where like mom couldn't help.
Yeah.
Dad couldn't help.
Nobody can help.
Nobody, even like, I mean, he had situations. I don't know what came up but I mean, he had situations where I sent goons after, like, real goons after people that he was having issues with, and but he always had this like saving grace behind him. Yeah, and this time, nothing.
I mean, yeah, I remember him complaining about his baby mama telling people, authorities, I don't know, that like his piss test is bad, and he's complaining about her telling on him, and in the same breath he's like, "Yeah, well, I was cheating on my piss test." I'm like, "Well, come on,
yeah." So
come on, man. Like, you're fucking doing it
real quick, and then we can move on past this episode. But for those listening, shameless plug. This is all available on Patreon.
Yeah, it's great. Listen,
and they're good episodes. But like his BM, his baby mother,
bowel movement.
So when they split up, when it finally had gone to shit, and to be fair, and I don't know, and that's another thing with drug addicts and shit. You got to always approach everything they say with a capital A allegedly in front of it. But like, if what he said is true, that he had kind of gotten himself straightened out, and then she got him these pain pills for a back issue, and then was kind of like they were always around, and he fell kind of back into it, and then but she contacted me one time and one time only via Facebook Messenger after they had split and the divorce was final and da. And she was like, "You are spoken about in that family like some sort of monster, like a boogeyman that like don't say his name 3 times or he might appear and ruin your life. Like you are spoken about as if you are an absolute disaster and you ruin everything you touch. The opposite of King Midas. Everything turns to shit." And I believed every single word of it. And I am writing you now to apologize that I see now that you had to distance yourself from these people because they are, in fact, the monsters. And I'm sorry. And then block me.
Give you flowers where it's due. It's good to feel vindicated, though, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I wish I could have been like, hey, look, like those are my nieces. Like I would love to be a part and, but I'm not afforded that either. It's like I was just destined to not really have that family structure,
Yeah. I mean, you have your sister and
I got her and my niece.
Yeah.
And Chillin' Dylan.
I'm only going to talk about the things I watched while on the flight.
What about the Chuck episode? The retired guy.
I loved it. It was great.
LOLs?
It was, yes, LOLs and also real because he got into some dark places. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like for men, as we've talked about on this show here, for men to like be open about their emotions and things like that, it's good to hear. Yeah. And
a lot of dick talk.
But, the foot thing, the full foot story is amazing.
Yeah, good stuff.
But yeah, it was great.
Beautiful.
So I listened to that.
Love to hear it.
Watch The Long Walk, the book, Stephen King short story that turned into the movie. I loved it. I don't know if y'all watched it. I recommended it.
I'm familiar with it.
It's good.
Okay, good.
I think it's fucking good. It's not exactly like the story, but it's 99%. I think the ending's a bit different, but I loved it.
Good.
I thought it was great. Yeah.
Good. Maybe I'll check it out. I've been wanting to watch something recently.
It's good.
Yeah.
I think you would like it because it's like it's no bells and whistles, right? It's just a bunch of people walking and talking, I think you would like that. Yeah, just watching a bunch of people walk and talk.
Walk and talk.
Yeah.
What could be better?
I think
for days,
once a month, they've been advertising that.
The walk and talk.
Oh yes, they have. They used to be a big thing.
Then no one cares anymore.
No one cared to begin with.
I mentioned real quick the you probably haven't heard. I've talked about one of the people I watch on YouTube. that they got really big. I started watching them when they weren't so big. His name is Markiplier. A lot of people know him.
Markiplier?
Markiplier.
Markiplier.
Like Markiplier. Like pair pliers, but Markipliers.
Markipliers.
Yes.
Okay.
But he's very internet famous.
Okay.
And I've talked about how he won an Emmy before doing something.
Yeah,
and then everyone got snubbed basically by Hollywood. So he completely funded his own movie from the ground up, based on a game that he really liked. He like directed and acted in it.
Really?
And for like a weekend, it was #1 in the box office.
Really?
Yeah. You haven't heard of it because like it felt like the industry was suppressing that shit. Like they were keeping him
very possible.
They were keeping him like the movie like off lists when like they had numbers like we were #1.
Yeah.
Before the weekend.
Yeah.
And that's
I believe every word of that.
Just some dude be like, I'm gonna make a movie and it'd be #1. Because like people have made movies, but they don't chart. So I'm happy for him. I want to watch it, but I couldn't because I was in Japan and it was only showing in selected theaters. So, but I do want to support and mention Iron Lung because I like that game too. The premise is cool.
Oh yeah, what's it called?
Iron Lung.
Oh, I've heard about it. I've heard about the movie.
You heard?
Yeah.
So this is him. This YouTube guy.
Yeah.
This YouTube guy who got so big that like money doesn't matter to him anymore.
It has hit my radar.
Yeah, and he still makes video like playing games videos. But much less and like much more just pursuing his own artistic projects, which I love to see.
More power to you.
Yeah, he was like he was an engineering student who dropped out to continue playing games on YouTube. But
what a world!
What a world! But then you think about the thousands of people who did that, and then this like fucking
went back to school,
or not afford to go back to school and just be nothing now. Yeah. Sword Museum. I went to the Sword Museum in Japan. That was fucking great. They said no photography in there.
Sounds cool.
Is it the S word?
Sword. Yeah. So they have historic swords that are. Oh, now I love
this. I love this.
That are authenticated from like who made this when and how important it was.
That's fucking cool.
And like it was stripped. It was because the sword is actually not. It's just the metal, right? The sheath and stuff is all cool, and they mean something too. But these are just the metal, and you can see on the bottom where the handle is wrapped around like inscriptions.
That's awesome.
Historic inscriptions and stuff. And I was like, I think it's good that you can't take pictures because I think it would dilute it. Like you would think you're seeing something, but you're not because you have to be in person, see the glint of the light and the grains of the
I went
metal.
to a museum in Montgomery County.
Yeah.
I just talked about it last week called Glenstone. You ever heard of it? So it's free. It's half outside, half inside. It's amazing.
What is it?
It's modern stuff mostly, so it's all fucked up and weird and shit that I'm kind of into.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, some of these sculptures are as big as this house.
Oh wow!
You know, and
that's cool.
And it's owned by
like art like that.
These like 3 billionaires, and I'm sure it's just a tax write-off for them.
Yeah.
But they built this facility around their private collection, so you're basically going for free
to see
their private collection.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, and it prevents a fucking shopping mall with 13,000 townhouses from going there. You know,
yeah,
like
much more cultured. I like it. But yeah, like
I recommend it. It's it's 40 minutes down the street.
Just don't drink the water there.
Glenstone, huh?
Just don't drink the water there.
Don't drink.
It's next to Potomac.
Yeah.
They've been trying to clean up the Potomac for years. It hit my radar, but not yours.
I still haven't heard much about it.
But if you look it up,
it's there.
It's historic.
Sure. Yeah.
It's
but I still haven't heard much about it.
So I don't know.
I guess there's so much else going on.
I don't know either. People don't care or it's being suppressed. It's one or the other because it's a huge deal. That's a lot of fucking free sewage, untreated sewage, and like the bypass they made aren't great either. It's like touching ground.
Yeah,
like it's not like pipes. They diverted it, but like it is touching ground as it's moving.
I'll have to wait for the documentary in 2 years.
Oh yeah. But yeah, these swords, like the fucking seeing the grains of the fucking metal and how they were folded and how like they judge every bit of it, and it's just it was an experience. It was only about 30 swords and then a bunch of super like handle wrapping material and stuff, and just seeing the craftsmanship of those, like because everything was handcrafted, right? The fucking dragons and fucking crabs and like battle dioramas built into these handles, handmade, and I'm just like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I love good craft. Last thing I want to talk about is crab form.
I haven't reached my full for crab.
You haven't, but the thing is,
I'm still at the crab rangoon.
I did get gout from crab, so like I'm
so you're turning it into crab. But a lot of things that we think are crabs aren't crabs. King crabs aren't crabs. Hermit crabs aren't crabs. They're not true crabs. It is just the ultimate form for crustaceans, and everything eventually turns into crabs, where like the little tail folds over, because they have a tail. That's why we feel it, right?
Right.
And they're flat and they're stable and everything apparently turns into crabs eventually. And
everything?
Well, crustaceans, like
crustaceans.
Yeah, but it's like a meme that everything turns into crabs. Crab. Yes, exactly.
I'm a thing, Joey. Can you crab me?
Boston crab. But so crabification is a thing.
Crabification.
Yeah. But then we
Maryland crabs?
Huh? Maryland crabs are blue crabs are crabs. Right. True crabs.
That feels good.
Maryland. But I was relating that to humans as I was walking around Japan, and because me and Chris watched weird videos, and we watched this crab video, and I was watching, and you see a lot of, because we're an anime town basically, right? And you see people of all walks of life and culture and countries. They look the same. The basement dweller look is universal. That is the crab form of us, right? The neck beards, the sloppy dress, the dirt.
But isn't it supposed to be the final form? Is it supposed to be something great?
It's just
perfect.
It's just what things naturally gravitate towards as this final form.
It's the pressure of the water, so it's the pressure of society.
Yeah, like a crab just becomes a crab because it's the easiest thing it is to be that shape.
Right.
And because I always wondered, how do people let themselves become tropes, become stereotypes? You know, at some point when you're a basement dweller, you might not dwell in the basement, but you can look in the mirror and be like, I'm living that lifestyle. You go to like a Games Workshop and you see that everyone else who looks like you. Yeah. And you're like, how does one, and if you're listening and you're crab form, I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just making an observation. We started saying that. We started pointing out crab forms. I was like, that's a crab form. That's guy on his way to crab form. Like,
can you do it for every like lifestyle niche?
And I think so.
Okay.
And I think so. And it's just like a final form of each niche that is the easiest, because you don't purposely do it. You don't try to become a neckbeard.
Is the guy that we look to find when the recycling goes out, is that the final form crab yuppie?
Yes, he's the final HOA form. But so yeah, like
I don't mean that in a bad way.
No. Like, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to insult people who are in crab form. It's just making an observation. Like, at some point you look in the mirror and be like, I am of these people. These are my people. Yeah. And I'm a big nerd. I am of that lifestyle, but I've never allowed myself
to become a crab.
To become a crab. Like, I've slid into it a little bit when I was in school, when I wasn't working out, when I was just eating whatever the fuck because I was stressed out. But like, I saw myself
taking crab shape,
and immediately over course corrected.
Dropped your claws.
Yeah, that's when I started counting calories and I started working out.
Yeah, I'm still counting them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's going well.
I think so. I weigh in tomorrow. As of last week, I'm down 8 pounds.
It works.
Yeah,
it fucking works.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I have a lot of other stuff. But it's just stuff like one more. But yeah, crab. Think about crab form next time you see someone who is exactly what you think they should look like, being what they're into.
I'm writing down the name of the episode now.
And lastly is because my views on humans hasn't gotten better, hasn't changed. There's two.
We didn't expect it.
I mean, sometimes I feel better after coming back from Japan, and this time I find that I have not. As soon as I landed, I'm just like.
Well, that's the same as it was last time. As soon as you landed.
Yeah, but it took me a while to really get negative. But this time I'm just like, and
last time you're on record saying as soon as I landed.
No, I noticed things, but I feel like my own behavior I was able to control for longer. Like,
you mean landing back
in America?
Yeah.
But
to be fair, we're in our crab form here as a country.
Yes.
Well, I have my theory about this. Right, is that there's very little in this world that Joey does solely for the sake of his own enjoyment.
Yes.
And when you go to a place where you get to do that for a month, doesn't matter where you go afterwards. it always feels like now that enjoyment place is gone.
Yeah.
You know?
But I love you guys, and I love being here.
This is another thing that you do solely for your enjoyment.
Yeah. And you had to wait a whole week.
Yeah.
Yep. But I find myself trying. I don't know if I should or shouldn't, but I'm finding myself like policing my own speech because I don't want to like yuck other people's yum. Because anytime anything bad happens, I'm just like always like, yep, humans, and then people agree, and then I can see that in their eyes, they actually think about it. Oh yeah, that is just people, and I don't necessarily. While I think it's true, I don't necessarily want to bring that burden onto other people, especially Krista, because she knows how I feel about people. So
it's the spectrum, man.
Yeah, it is, but I'm not wrong either.
No.
Yeah,
no,
that's a problem. If I was wrong, that'd be better.
Right, but it's also like, you know, as long as I think as one makes an effort both ways, to be fair, but to keep it in perspective of like yeah, but they also made those swords.
Yes, yep, and some of them probably were awful people,
and some of them maybe they weren't.
Yeah.
Well, by today's day,
some of them were probably used by awful people too.
Sure,
or not,
but they still exist.
Yeah.
You know, like these craftsmen, these geniuses, these artists, these, you know, engineers, these whatever, like the, you know, comedians or whatever. Like, you know, these people. It's the whole gamut, right? Like we are awful. We're awful, and we're brilliant, and we're terrible, and we're funny, and we're, you know what I mean? That is human.
So the one thing I'm trying to do is introduce more positive things about people. Like, this is always one of them. This always makes me feel better.
Yeah.
There are a few coworkers I do genuinely enjoy. I'm like most of my coworkers, just fine, and I like some of them well. But there are a few that like I really like, and I've taken more of an effort to like talk to them, and then that's helped.
Good.
And then YouTube, there's someone I started watching called Sam Bentley. Shout out to that guy, SAM, and then last name is BENTLEY. All he does is good news. He's like, in case you missed this week or in case you missed this month, these are the good things happening in the world.
That's awesome.
And I like that in concept, and I like that he has a following.
Yeah.
Because usually all the negative things, right? You never hear the good things.
Right.
But this guy has a following, and he just tells good things.
What is Jadakiss said, controversy sells, but it ain't like death.
Yeah. There's a bunch of other stuff I watched, but it's not important. We can talk about some other time. They're not time sensitive.
All right. Farrell, I did offer you a cup of coffee, even though you had one, right?
No, but it's fine. I had plenty.
I feel bad about that.
No. I've 24 ounces enough for me.
Okay.
So, I watched Ragnarok.
You did?
What's Ragnarok?
Thor 3. Where Thor threw the ball, or they threw the ball at the wall, it came back and hit him in the head.
Yes. The ruined World War Hulk.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah. Spectacle.
Yeah. I had a hard time staying focused on it. Yeah. So,
I mean, I think it's meant to be. It was like made for this genre of ADHD.
And I think it's also made.
No, but if it was made for that, then it missed for me.
I think it's a lowbrow movie.
It's just like kind of all over the place, and you can just like watch one scene at a time and just be like, "This is a scene that does this," and then this is a scene that does that.
Like I found myself afterwards being like, "What fucking happened?" Like right after I finished it.
And I think it's okay to have dumb movies, like in Marvel, like because every now and then you read a dumb book. You know what I mean?
I like it. I just don't like when they fuck up a character.
Yeah, agreed.
Or
and they do kind of fuck up Thor.
They fuck up Thor, and also they ruin like the possibility of a really good,
proper World War Hulk.
Yeah, because that is good.
Yeah. And what's the other one? Planet Hulk, right?
Yeah.
Or is that Planet Hulk?
I mean, they go together. It's Planet Hulk and then World War Hulk, I think.
Yeah, but one is here.
Yeah, because he got sent out to Galley World, comes back to fuck shit up.
Right.
Yeah, so it's...
It's,
and we missed that.
Right.
So that one was whatever. Ant-Man and Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the one with Matt Damon? Cameoing as Loki, which I thought was brilliant.
Yes.
Because he was Loki in Dogma.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. And Ben Affleck was also... Weren't they...
Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't like Ant-Man and Wasp.
Who was the villain in that?
Ghost.
Yeah, it's the one that stole the fucking...
It's the one that wait.
Because they shrunk the whole laboratory.
Yeah,
into like a...
it was
in
like,
the building on a
The
suitcase.
building, it was on a suitcase.
Yeah. So whoever stole that, and I can't even remember.
It's not Ghost. It's not the like the girl
could
who
have been
faces
Ghost.
in and out.
It could have been Ghost.
No,
I just can't.
yeah, it was. It was.
Okay,
All right.
Just
I
like,
think that's her name. Or she just looks
Yeah,
like a ghost.
I just can't remember. Like,
some of these, like if they're not advancing the story, then why do we have them?
Well, they are sort of advancing the story by introducing characters that become
right, like
later.
Wasp.
Yeah, but like,
And Ghost isn't Ghost on Thunderbolts?
Oh yeah, but for what he's seen so
yeah,
far.
yeah,
So you're moving. That's what you're doing now. You're moving along all the movies of
in order.
what happened to Clone Wars.
Is when he goes to Taiwan.
Thailand.
Thailand.
I am not.
Same difference.
What did
Obviously.
what did I say?
Yeah, it's just when it's not super critical, like introducing a character, and you're not going to do much with it.
Yeah.
Isn't really moving the needle a lot.
No, it's not.
Right, because you could just spend 5 minutes in the next movie where you're going to make it about them, and like this movie was essentially about Wasp,
Yeah.
right? And I'm still like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
It's because she's a girl.
No. So then we get to Infinity War,
Oh yeah,
and I really liked Infinity War.
It's great.
yeah. It's especially if you watch all the movies leading up to it.
Yeah, it's still great. Like I was with him when and I was like, man, this shit is still fucking really good.
You watched everything in chronological order in not in
Not release
theatrical
order.
release.
Yeah.
but like in well
Story,
chronological order.
yeah.
I like that Disney does that.
I do too.
So I am just for the count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Jesus Christ. Oh, these are the ones you've watched.
There's a lot of movies.
Yeah, I was like,
So this is 22 Infinity War, and I've watched
That's-
23, and there's 36 total.
And that's like 100 hours of your life gone.
Gone,
Yeah.
never to return.
never to return.
So I really like the Thanos character.
Oh yeah. Oh, my favorite.
My only criticism of Infinity War was that, like the Quill.
Oh yeah,
Like when they're trying to take
the glove off of
glove
him.
off,
Yeah.
and he can't get past his own thing.
Yeah.
Like
It's frustrating.
I get it that he loves this character and he's mad and there's revenge and everything like that, but like this guy is trying to snuff out 50% of the universe. Like if you're involved in a fight like that, like I just don't see how you would just lose
You
all
say
control.
that, but I would say that too. But like,
I'm with you.
the more I think about it, it's just like you watch a lot of movies where you choose to save the world or save your kid or save your wife, and the character a lot of times just like, yeah, fuck the world, I'm gonna do whatever for this one person, knowing that's like the objectively wrong thing, and like you can't necessarily blame them because you're like, yeah, I guess that's what you would do.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
You know? Yeah, it's irrational.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's not, love is not necessarily a good thing. It's just a strong thing.
Yeah,
I just
and it
wish
certainly isn't rational.
No.
for me that they wouldn't have shown how close they were to getting it off and keeping it away.
I love that he grabs that
Yeah.
that-
With a
cuff of
hand.
it.
you know.
But so I was,
But yeah, it's frustrating as a viewer and as knowing the story and stuff. But like also like
yeah, and
give it
I
a
know
little
that
bit
like,
of a
the
pass.
viewer, you're in a little bit better of a spot than they are because you understand more than they understand in the moment because
Yes.
you're following different storylines.
Right. You truly know what's at stake.
Right. So that was frustrating, and I thought that, and I feel bad for you that had to watch it in real time, right? That they probably should have taken that first act from Endgame and just closed Infinity War with it.
The problem is, I don't think it would have. I've thought about that 1,000 times. I think it would have made Endgame better and made Infinity War worse.
Yes, I agree.
You know,
So I think they could have changed that act up just a bit to give you another cliffhanger that would have made both better.
It's because to me it's like too fast, too clean, right? Too fast, too furious.
Right. It's anticlimactic.
Yeah, it's anticlimactic, and also like because in real time you have to wait. In real time you have to wait between movies, so like it's not immediate. You actually had to wait to get that result, and
the same way they kind of had to wait,
right?
And,
Exactly. So you had. It's not like, oh, he did this, and then you going after him now and you get him. No, you had to fucking sit on it.
Right, and you still have that whole figure out.
I enjoy
how to try to bring him back.
Yeah. Well, and then I do like the best part of that to me of that Thanos death scene is I went for the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's it for me, and that's what makes that scene palatable. But that fucking watching it again with you, man, like it's incredible. Like having to juggle that many characters and give them all purpose and reason and make sure that they're playing a part in the overall goal. It's an undertaking.
Yeah.
And they do it phenomenally. And that when, in spite of everything they did to try to ruin Thor in Ragnarok, that fucking bring me Thanos. I forgive it all.
Yeah. Because they brought it back. Like that's a redemption.
Yeah.
But it is impressive, but that's why it's such a tragedy that they kept going. Because like they juggled all these balls and they could have finished the act and everyone would have clapped, but they added another ball and another ball, and now you're just fucking fumbling shit everywhere.
Right.
Because there was no way you wouldn't add any more fucking balls.
Yeah.
And here we are now.
Yeah. So, and I really liked Endgame too.
Yeah, it's good. I have more problems with Endgame. I think Endgame is an elite Marvel movie.
Yes.
I have more problems with it than I wish I had.
Yes.
Like what?
Okay, so I'd have to watch it again to be 100% up on my skill set here, but there are issues with the time.
Yes.
With the timeline shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's honestly, I'm the type that can overlook the science because I'm not that educated in science to begin with, but also because I'm just here for the heart of the characters is really what draws me to this shit. The big issue that I have with Endgame is that Thanos in Endgame is not the Thanos that I loved. This is a different Thanos. It's a different character. Has the same end goal, but it's a different person. And I don't care
about him.
I don't care about him. I don't care. To me, he's an easy one to hate, whereas the other one, the feelings regarding him are so complicated.
Yes.
This one, you don't see the Gamora sacrifice. You don't see what it meant to him. You don't see these elements.
And he hasn't fought all these people and seen the hearts and like.
Correct. Yeah. It's just a boogeyman, and they all gather, and it's done well.
Yeah, the payoff as well on the hero side.
But I just.
So I can kind of see it though.
Oh, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It makes perfect sense that Thanos wouldn't be the Thanos that I know. It makes perfect sense. But I don't like it because I don't care.
Yeah, but it does give you goes away from the problem with Marvel. Is you actually got good guy versus bad guys.
Yes, but good guys
versus bad.
But I view Infinity War that way too. It's just they've made an effort to have a complicated villain,
right? Which
I'm here for.
Yeah.
The villain in Endgame is not complicated.
Yes.
So in a way, it kind of, in the way that I like the Thanos in Endgame, is what destroys the whole, what I have a feeling we're getting into, only because of conversation and me looking at titles.
right.
Is why the multiverse never works. Right? Because they went back to try to do something, they changed who Thanos was.
Yep.
Right?
Correct.
So if they changed who Thanos was, then what he's about to do is a divergent path.
Correct.
So they're all different.
Correct.
Yes. Yep.
Right. So
correct. But essence, I just don't like them.
But
that one makes sense. Part of the problem.
No plot flaw.
But that's why going into this multiverse thing was a bad idea for the MCU, I think.
But that's what all comic books go to because they have to.
Yeah.
Or you end, which I would prefer. I prefer things to end.
I'm okay with ending things too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so like as soon as we do this, everything changes. And the part about Endgame that was weird to me was, and I texted you about it. So Captain America, Steve Rogers decides I'm going to stay and live out this timeline instead of going back. right then and there, that changes everything.
Yep. I remember having that discussion at this table where things got very heated.
Yes.
So now
things used to get really heated a lot.
Yeah.
So now he couldn't have done any of the things that he did
being the first Avenger
in Infinity War. No, he could have done that stuff.
Well, he stayed quiet. Right? He says, I just lived a regular ass life.
So when
he didn't do none of that
stuff, Steve Rogers went back to though was after the first Avenger.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, but way before all the Marvel movies, except for First Avenger.
Right. So that kind of immediately I was like, "What the fuck? What happened?"
It changed everything with Bucky, with all of that.
Yeah.
You just have to like throw that shit out of your mind.
So I didn't like that.
Yep.
It does make sense in how they're going to end him as a character, right? Because I mean, he has to give up.
Except it looks like he's going to be back.
Yeah. But if they were trying to end,
100%.
It makes sense.
I mean, it's nice, gives him a good ending.
Yeah.
Like it's tragic. Cap, everyone loves Cap. Cap's a great guy. He deserves better. And then he got
better.
Yeah, he got.
So and like I texted him, like he chose life over service, right? And I'm
because he served enough.
Yeah, and also like it's a tragedy to me that he never lived life in the normal Captain America storyline.
Yeah.
Right? Because like he never got any of that.
Yeah.
So he's just always serving other people.
Yeah. Because
what kind of fucking life is that?
Yeah. That's the thing is he doesn't really have like his sacrifice was made in an instant, right? When he wakes up, when he wakes up, it turns out he's sacrificed 70 years or whatever the case may be. But to him, it's just a day. But now it's all gone. So now there's nothing left but service.
Yep.
Yeah, but he could have decided to be like, you know what, I'm going to hang my shield up.
Yeah,
and
but
find a new person.
But that's why it's so important to establish that that's not who he is.
Yeah,
right.
He's because he's the guy.
He's that guy.
I know. So like,
That's why we love him.
I kind of like the idea of him saying, you know what, I've done enough.
Yeah, because at that point he's done everything. Yeah.
It's satisfying.
So like, even though it breaks the plot, I like that for the character.
Now, so Thor goes and retrieves his hammer from a parallel universe. And now other people can hold it.
So, who all holds it? It's been a while.
Vision could have held it. Captain America could have held it. He just didn't realize. It's just like it's because the rule is not. It doesn't say only Thor can hold it. It's like anyone who's worthy can hold it.
Right.
Okay.
So
Vision and Cap is worthy.
Cap
worthy.
almost found out in Ultron.
Yeah, he moved it a little bit. No one caught that, but Thor was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
he was not supposed to be able to move it at all.
So I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's supposed to be able to fucking do anything with
So
it.
I'm watching Endgame, and there he is walking around. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
And when I'm getting the chills thinking about it. Like when he got that hammer in Endgame, it was like that and that on your left.
Bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Goosebumps, bro.
Yeah.
That's how good that shit used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Where even when I had problems with it, it was so overwhelmingly satisfied it couldn't be denied.
Yep.
You know,
Bars.
Yeah. So it sucks that Tony had to die.
Yeah, and
Now
his arc is interesting, right? Because he starts off as the most selfish, sort of narcissistic, self-absorbed, and in the end, he's the one that really needs to sacrifice.
Proof that Tony has a heart.
And then that one of the people at his funeral was the kid that he saved from the first movie. Yeah.
So I thought that was good. Unfortunately, the rest of the movies.
well, real quick, I just want to bring it up on here because we talked. One of my favorite memes of that time was that one where like the Doctor Strange circles were there, and it had Ben Affleck Batman, Christopher Nolan Batman, and Michael Keaton Batman walking out of the three portals, and it just said Thanos is fucked.
I still hate the Doctor Strange circle thing.
Really?
I can't stand it.
Why?
Like,
well, what about it? I mean, it's the same thing as why people think I'm crazy when I say I can't get into Harry Potter because of wands, just because of the aesthetics of it. That's dumb.
It's the aesthetics.
Is it the same thing? Is the aesthetics
like the
you don't like the wax on,
wax on, wax off? Like the
you don't grow up with fucking Karate Kid.
Everybody else just seems to be able to like.
I like it too. I think it's cool.
Thanos can just like move his index finger, and it the circle thing happens. It's just around his wrist.
I mean, look what they had to do to mimic a fraction of his power.
Yeah.
It's just, if I walked up and a bunch of dudes, like some bald headed woman was just like doing like wax on, wax off in the street, I'd be like, this fucking freak.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And I mean, and to see them at the end of Endgame, like to really see them all completely assembled for like
the Avengers Assemble
for a comic and he yells it right, Avengers Assemble, which is like the comic book thing.
He never said it.
To give props where it's due, there was a Doctor Strange moment that I thought was cool in Infinity War. Right when he's fighting Thanos before he gives him the stone, and like you get that like
multiple arms thing,
and
then he splits into 100 different Stranges.
That was kind of cool.
All the sorcery stuff, man.
Yeah,
kind of cool. Shit. And then it was also cool that Thanos just fucking did whatever blast he did, and all the other ones went away, and it was back to just the real one.
I think it was a reality blast.
Yes,
right, because now you can see who you know what I mean.
Yeah, you can see which stone. It's attention to detail. You can see what stone he's using when it glows.
and it's consistent. So like Wanda can alter reality. That's like her mutant ability or her gift or whatever. They can't call it a mutant yet. Yeah, and it's red, and it's a red stone, and all that shit was thought out. And
so I mean,
it was all all according to plan until a certain point.
Yep.
Yeah. So coming up, we got Shang-Chi,
my people,
average Marvel movie,
and then Far From Home, Spider-Man, Eternals.
You didn't like Shang-Chi? I like Shang-Chi.
So I don't. So he hasn't watched it yet. They're
haven't watched it? Okay.
They're coming out. And when I say average Marvel movie, I mean just as good as Iron Man 1, Black Panther 1. The average introduction. You get the good guy, you get the bad guy.
I like the Mandarin. He's a great character.
Well, yes, because I don't want to spoil it, but the amount of damage control. You're talking about the proper Mandarin.
Yeah, the proper Mandarin.
Yeah, so that's satisfying because of the damage that was done early on.
You didn't like that character, like without having him to compare him to
Kingsley.
Yeah, Kingsley.
So I can't separate myself.
Okay.
I
just like his character.
I was so happy that it was fixed.
Yeah.
That as long as you were Asian, I was kind of there for it.
Wow.
Well, because the other thing was so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I think it's average, just as good as
Shang-Chi. Like I said, it's not. I thought the movie was amazing, or that Shang-Chi the character was amazing. I liked the Mandarin a lot. That's my favorite character in the movie.
And I found that one character to be obnoxious.
Which
that
Aquafina?
Yeah.
You love you some Aquafina.
Yeah. I won't even drink the water anymore. God damn it, you stole the joke right off my fuck. Gotta be fast around here.
When it comes to Asian things, at least.
Aquafina, you guys got that on lock too? Is that Charles?
I mean, she's Asian, so.
No, okay. I mean, it's not Fuji water.
I think it's Fiji.
Oh, sorry.
So what I say? That's the episode. What I say.
I like the Wakanda in Infinity more than the Wakanda in Black Panther.
Yeah, well, so it's those guys, man. Like the Russo brothers, they really get it.
Yeah,
they get it in my opinion the same way that Snyder gets it. Like they know the heart and soul of that universe and those characters, and when you have that shit down, you know it like the back of your hand. Now you're just a kid again playing with toys. You know what I mean? But it's real life.
So, but I'm not sure I can say that you didn't need to have Black Panther the way it was to make the Wakanda in Infinity War the way it should be. No, you have to show the progression of
and one's not an assault on the other. It's just like it's like when you see somebody come and do it so well, you're like, oh. I didn't even know you could do that.
But yeah. So the only other things I watched,
but you're on the downward. You've peaked.
You've peaked.
Yeah. So
it's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
Hopefully
mostly.
It doesn't turn into another Clone Wars.
There's
how many movies are left, bro?
You know what this is?
13.
This is reverse Clone Wars.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, because this is good and it got better and better, and then now it's getting bad. Clone Wars is opposite. It's not good, and then eventually it'll get good.
I don't look at Clone Wars as a separate thing. That is part of the Star Wars thing. So Star Wars started out.
Oh,
great.
gotcha.
Chill
with
that right there.
But no, that makes sense.
So like Clone Wars was the end of the Star Wars
peak. I got you.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
So I watched this documentary last night on the show To Catch a Predator.
Oh, Chris, he's still around. He's still doing stuff.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
So this documentary explored the show and its effects, and I thought it was pretty interesting.
There's a lot of predators out there still.
Yeah,
I think it's normal.
The guy that was making, and so
food chain.
I'm going to spoil some of it for people if they haven't already seen it. So sorry. So the guy that's making this documentary, he's talking to this guy who's like this European, like the standard European kind of, like he's got like slightly longer hair and he's, sitting with his legs crossed.
Yeah.
And he's very introspective and thinks about his words. So he's talking to him, and the guy's like, well, so why are you making this documentary? And he says like, well, because I was assaulted by a child predator. And when I watched the show To Catch a Predator, Chris Hansen always started the interaction with the person that they've caught as saying like, help me to understand why. So he was like, I'm making this show because they never answered that question, and I'm not sure they were ever trying to answer that question or that bit. So the show is interesting. I didn't know a lot of this before I watched it. There's a significant number of those predators that were never charged.
Yeah, they're in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because they weren't like with law enforcement, but then they got with law enforcement and everything became legit at some point.
Not really. Not according to this doc.
Oh, because I watch a lot of because with the true crime stuff I watch, and I watch a lot of interrogation videos. You see the results of a lot of these. You see like after they get taken away from the police. I've watched a lot of the interrogation video.
Yeah,
of them and then being charged and stuff. But I know not all of them did, but a good amount of them did and do now.
There's a lot of issues with, and this is after they started working with police, because Hansen is effectively removing their rights, their Miranda rights.
Yeah.
Right. So
anything they say doesn't.
They've been working with law enforcement. The show has. And then by sending Chris Hansen in, who doesn't have an obligation to tell them that they don't have to talk,
right?
That a lot of that stuff ended up being not admissible in court, and a lot of cases got overturned after the fact.
Oh, okay.
Because he was de facto police, but without Miranda.
It's like the reverse Diddy verdict,
right? So, and these guys are.
He got basically sentenced for stuff he wasn't charged for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just to get him for something.
Yeah.
So that there's a lot of this stuff in there about, and then there's like the people that are copycatting Chris Hansen.
Oh, that's dangerous. Yeah, that was bad. Still bad. These people still do it. Just random people on YouTube for content.
Yeah.
And they're showing like this group that would just go out and like harass people in a Walmart. So they're luring the predator out, like, hey, I'll meet you by the milk. What are you wearing? And they go in and they're like, hey, everybody, this guy's here to meet a 13-year-old girl, or, just chasing after them and causing mayhem. And I'm not trying to defend these people.
Of course not. But there's also something creepy and disgusting about that shit too, where it's like you're not doing this for the right reasons.
Yeah. And also,
it's for clout.
Yeah,
you're not effectively changing anything.
Right.
You're just,
It's self-serving.
Yep.
It's ultimately self-serving.
Because at least with the show and stuff, you're getting these people on screen. Like your community can know about these people. People in their lives can have watched the show and be like, "Oh, that guy."
Yeah.
And then there are consequences and repercussions for these people to have if they're on the show.
And they also interviewed some of the decoys.
Yeah.
Right. So, the boy decoy. He was involved.
The D-boy?
He was involved in the episode that eventually ended up getting the show canceled.
I didn't even know it was canceled for like a specific reason.
So it came under a lot of question. There was one in Texas where instead of luring the predator to the house, they decided to go to the predator's house because of who the predator was. And it was a district attorney or prosecutor in another county. So the cops go there, and that DA shoots himself and kills himself there while they're filming it. And then NBC decided to just air it anyway.
I mean, I don't see why not.
So, but so.
I mean, I have no fucking love lost for that guy.
No, of course not. But is that why they're airing it? You know, or are they airing it because it's like, this is going to get advertising money? This is going to, you know what I mean? Like,
and sensationalized.
Yeah. Am I, this is a, a person who doesn't appear to be a good person. Right. And I'm with all that. But, you know, this person is taking his own life because of a decision that he made. And you're not doing this for any sort of like, you're doing this because like, oh, well,
we already filmed it.
This is going to bring in the cake.
Oh, okay. To me, it was just like, oh, we already filmed this as an episode. Go ahead. But yeah, I see.
So what came out of that?
Yeah.
The sister of that DA ended up suing NBC, right, for like wrongful death and everything. And it turns out that in that lawsuit that they uncovered how much NBC was pushing the police to do certain things. So because they were like this huge show and they come in like, oh God, like just like kind of like Cops is in town.
Yeah.
So the state attorney or whatever bigger state's attorney, when they got word about NBC coming in to film this, they said, do not do it. And we recommend that your county not do it. It's bad for business. Showtime and law enforcement shouldn't be connected. You know, just keep doing your normal thing. If you want to have an operation, you should not involve civilians in doing it. That's not what we're here for. And then now after the death and the lawsuit, they find out that NBC producers are saying you should say this in the interrogation room.
Okay, that's not okay. After law enforcement takes over, you shouldn't have anything.
So it's like it's this commingling of different reasons, and then people saying like, "What? Why are we doing this?" So it was just an interesting look.
Yeah,
you know, they're talking to people about
what was it on.
I watched it on Prime, but I think it's a Paramount Plus.
Okay, I think we had that now because
do you? Wow,
yeah, because Selena wants to watch South Park, so she ended up doing a whole bunch of chores to pay for a month of Paramount Plus.
So there's a bunch of stuff about like, you know, the even the decoys say like, hey, we had to dehumanize these predators so that we wouldn't have any second thoughts about, you know, effectively ending their life, right?
Yeah, but that's...
and it's easy. It was easy for them to do because they're essentially bad people.
Yes.
But then when it comes down to it, like they all still look back on it now and say like, I'm not sure it was the right thing to do.
But
it's the
they
right
didn't
thing
lie though, right? It's not like they it's not like the people. Has it been happening where like these people were actually? I just showed up to check on a kid. I'm not actually a predator. It's never been that.
So they're not upset about them helping somebody get caught.
Yeah,
it was the sensationalist.
Oh, okay.
Using people as a means to an end in this whole.
I see.
NBC big thing, right? It didn't sit right with them, and then the fact that the one guy killed himself, the boy decoy,
the dude boy,
was just like I wished I would have never filmed that episode.
I mean, it's not his responsibility. But I understand like why he feels that way, but like, none of it. Like the
Can't
guy
tell people how to feel.
Exactly. The guy didn't have to be a predator, or if he likes kids, he doesn't have to talk to kids, and if he talks to kids, he doesn't have to invite them over to his house.
Yeah,
and if he invites over to his house, he doesn't have to shoot himself. None of that was on.
I saw
the decoy, right?
A documentary about grown men that are attracted to young girls. I can't call it. I can't call it a pedophile documentary because the one of the, at least one of the main ones that I don't think any of them did, but the main one that they were kind of following definitely had not done anything illegal, right?
Just a thought.
Yeah. So like it's a weird thing, and maybe I'm a sympathetic person, but like at the end, like they were like talking. I remember it clearly. They're talking to him, and he was like, "Look," he was like, "I know I'm not right. Like I know it." and I wish I wasn't wired the way that I am, but that's what does it for me. And I would never hurt another human being. And I know that that would completely destroy a human being. But like, as a result, like I'm basically living in a life of solitude, and like, there was a respect that I had for it. Actually, he tied it into like, there was a sex doll industry that was making underage.
Yeah, and they're not letting that. And I think,
and he was like, look, and he was pretty like level headed about all of it. He's like, look, and I understand how this could be a stepping stone, that people may not act, and then they get into this, and then they start, oh, this is one step closer, and then the forbidden fruit is one step closer, and then he's like, I get all that too. He's like, but for me,
it's an outlet.
It would help me,
So. Yeah, I've never. It's not the liking kids. I've never had a problem. You can't fault someone for liking or not liking something they naturally do. It's just like, I mean, it's not the same thing, but like, that's why persecuting non-straight people, right? It's not right. They are born that way. They like what they like, and they're with consenting adults. If two dudes or two chicks want to be together, it is what it is, right? It's the same thing to me. Like, if you're not touching a kid, you're not like looking at fucking child porn, you're not hurting anybody. If you just like it and you keep it to yourself, or you tell people who are okay with it, like, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the acting on it that's the fucked up part, right?
Correct. It's when you hurt someone.
And
yeah.
So like, I wouldn't say I enjoyed the documentary. That'd be weird. But I did enjoy what it made me do, which was try to give empathy where my first gut reaction was to say, fuck those people.
Mm-hmm.
And just an experiment of empathy where I didn't really have to do anything because sitting on a couch watching it. You know what I mean? So it's,
but I mean, the show was, I mean, it's back. Chris Hansen's been around. They're law enforcement working on them. They were in the area relatively recently. I think I talked about it. They caught a bunch of people in Montgomery County. Mm-hmm. So like I guess they complete, like they worked it out to where it is.
Was it
working with the system now?
Or
it's not called To Catch a Predator. A Takedown with Chris Hansen on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's because he's working for like True Blue or something now.
Yes. So they still go around to different places for a while, working with local law enforcement, and they seems to be working out.
The weird thing about that is like that dude accidentally found a weird niche to get stuck in.
Yeah.
Because he's like
it's iconic.
He was a reporter.
Yeah.
He wasn't
he was a normal journalist. Yeah. And this is
like,
it's like
I found my thing.
It's like when Robin Williams did that bit where he was talking about Prince Albert's deathbed, and they were like, "My lord, is there anything that we can do to honor your legacy?" Yes, like a library, a school, and a giant stud through the cock.
Imagine getting pigeonholed into like, hey, what would you like to do, Chris? And he's like, well, I'd like to cover the war in Iran and then do some digging into, the Epstein files. Like, no. Then where would you like to go find child predators? He's like, I mean, like, dude, I've been doing that for a long time. I was hoping that maybe I could move on to something else. And they're like, no. You're the kid fucker, dude.
He's not fucking the kid, to be fair. Oh, that one episode where the guy walks in and he knew him.
Yeah,
that was crazy. He's like, I take the fucking train with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's all I watched.
I actually you need to take a quick break. Okay, let's take a quick break.
It's a long one today.
All right, so I did have one thing. So I had a buddy of mine I haven't seen in a while, or really got the chance to hang out with in some time, one-on-one, that is, so to speak, come by this weekend for a pod that's going to go up, I think, in April. And he was involved in like the Baltimore music scene and stuff. And it was cool to like catch up with him. And like he ran in a circle that you might find this somewhat surprising, but my unit bumped heads with a lot of people.
Oh, really? Bobby.
A lot
Bobby
of people.
Skullface.
But one other unit we really kind of jived with, we got along with, and he was part of that team.
Okay.
But him and I weren't especially not because of any issue, but just because of the logistics of timing and circumstances. So we got a chance to like sit down and talk and whatever and share stories and perspectives on things that happen. And that was great. I valued it.
Did you record it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of course, for the content.
Of course. Content, COE, as they say.
Have a seat.
And then let's see if I have anything else other than these two things I have in mind.
We didn't have any notes. The part of the reason I forgot to come over this morning because we didn't have any notes.
I watched a couple of documentaries, brief like YouTube documentaries.
Is that because you have the YouTube?
Well, I don't want to make a big deal about it, but yes, I do. I watched a documentary on Faces of Death.
Okay.
It's all fake. I didn't know that.
Huh.
I was actually kind of bummed.
Like, you mean like from our childhood,
yeah, it's all fugazi.
Story and
like there's
How
one.
did they have such good graphics back then?
Yeah, there's one of them. So some of it is our brains at that age. But there's one of them. It's like Faces of Death 5 or 6. It's one of those where a lot of it is security cam footage from Japan, and that's the realest it ever got.
Okay.
But other than that, all bullshit. Some of them are based on true stories, but other than that, all bullshit.
I just haven't seen those
even like the famous
years.
monkey one, like the monkey brains and all that, all bullshit.
That kid that got hit by a train, that's fake too.
All.
That's how like I'm maybe you're right. Maybe it's like because when we watch movies as we were kids, we're like all these graphics, and then we go back to watch. Like,
well, and you're trash. Also like the just you. I think you walk into it like the forbidden fruit kind of thing. Like it's the monster under the bed or whatever.
And super low def too. I remember watching something recently when like our lives were really blurry.
Yeah.
I forgot how blurry things were.
Imagine when you grew up in a time when it was all in black and white.
And blurry.
The world.
Yeah.
It was just black and white.
I watched another short documentary on the movie The Wizard.
That sounds familiar. Is that
So it was a late 80s movie about a kid that was from like a broken home or whatever, but was really good at Nintendo games. And then the end of it was basically a giant commercial for Super Mario Brothers 3. And I don't remember a whole lot about the
I don't know why I thought Matthew Broderick was in it, but I'm sure it's not.
Fred Savage.
Close? Well, I mean, not close, but
era-wise, like icon-wise.
Yeah.
So anyway, like they talked about like, just how much of it was just, basically just preying on kids, the same way that Transformers and G.I. Joe and all that shit was. But like,
fucking cartoon.
It was just a big giant commercial for Super Mario Brothers 3, and it worked like a champ on me because I was like, I couldn't believe it. When I saw Super Mario, I was like, oh my God, a raccoon? You can be a raccoon.
Yeah, the raccoon hat. Yeah.
So that was cool. They also like made some fun about it. So I went and bought the fucking movie.
Oh,
I bought it. It's like I haven't watched it yet. But
you've never watched? No,
I saw it when I was a kid.
Not since then.
But I haven't seen it since. But I'm gonna watch it again. But they basically say like they were making fun of like apparently like the opening credits is just like the wizard himself. Who came from like a broken home, fucked up shit going on in the house. But it's basically him just walking down the road for like 10 minutes. Like it's the longest, most painful intro to watch. Like during the opening credits and everything, it's just him walking down there. You're like, God damn, kid, like no, like
you're going,
like I want a divorce from you too, And then I watched another documentary on the fall of Wizard magazine.
Oh, I had a credit card from there.
Yeah, so it's interesting because like. I think they were trying to paint a picture of them like kind of like overextending and being too big for their britches and all this kind of shit. But it's like in my mind when I was watching it, so basically they started with like a circular, and the circular turned into a magazine. And before you know it, they were interviewing artists and writers and creators and all that kind of stuff. And then like they got the toy magazine. This women started interviewing designers and CEOs and all that. And, like. To me, that's like all. That's exactly. Yeah, that's all what we want. And then like
the price guide in the back.
So then, So wait a minute. So that's the one thing that I'm gonna get back to. Yeah. So, but like apparently there was a convention that was having issues. I want to say in Chicago. They basically came in, set up shop there, and became the Wizard Convention in Chicago. Then they started looking at other places that were having conventions that were kind of failing, and they started setting up Wizard conventions here, Wizard conventions there, and they were like just like I don't know. Like to me, like
that sounds natural.
Yeah, it's like. what do you want them to do? Like not grow? Like in my opinion, they were doing great.
They were solid in the niche. There was nothing else really. There was there was a couple other things, but like we all got Wizards.
One of the issues that might be on some foul play shit was they did have the price guide in the back of every Wizard magazine, and there may have been some fudging of numbers to tip things in their favor, for any given reason.
It's also an interesting business model that when a convention is failing in a town, to be like, we'll fix it all. Like, it's probably failing for a reason.
Yeah.
Well, it works sometimes. Like, there's Westfield malls. They come over and take over old mall. Well, they did back, 10 years ago. And they'll take over trashy malls, renovate them, and then make them good.
I saw...
But, again, malls are going out everywhere.
Now.
But I'm saying that might have been the start of it.
I went to Wizard World Philly a couple times. Met Michael Turner there. I'm grateful for Wizard Magazine and what they did and everything. I'm sure everything wasn't on the up and up and nothing tends to ever be. But
I think it's really part of our childhood in the 90s.
Yeah, but I think they really did have it was a fan forward type of approach.
Yeah,
they cared about the fan experience,
and also it might have just been the natural progression of Wizard. Mm-hmm. Eventually it ending.
Yeah.
And for comic books being less popular. And
so here's another thing that's cool. So this is coming back to me. I should have made better notes. That's on me. I'll take accountability and responsibility for that. But it's just coming back to me. So the guy who owned Wizard owned a comic book shop.
Oh.
And that's why the fudging of the numbers came into question.
That's so conflict of interest there.
So he also, the first couple covers for Wizard Magazine were actually not done for Wizard Magazine. They were private pieces that he had commissioned from artists for himself,
but not for commercial use.
Or for their store, and not for commercial use. But he was so his store was called Wizard Comics. Mm-hmm. So Todd McFarlane drew Spider-Man for him and put the Wizard hat on him.
Yeah.
So then when he launched Wizard Magazine, he was like, well, I'll just use this picture that I bought. I paid for it, and whatever. But there was some stuff there. But generally speaking, it's all in the right spirit. I don't think any of that was nefarious. Some of the stuff with the numbers and what books are worth and all that, it was like, what's the problem? What's the problem back there? Too many Daredevil books. Oh, well, let's raise the value on those, and one of those kind.
But the content was good. Unlike same with White Dwarf,
40K.
They used to
which
make magazine.
I've been balls deep into recently. Just into lore videos and stuff like that.
It's good lore.
Yeah, I know, I know that.
I always watch those lores.
And I've known that too, but I've just you've been going for a while.
It's cool. That's awesome. I like it. I like that you're into it because they're big now. They're in the media. Mm-hmm. They're coming out. But the magazines are terrible now. They're only commercials, right? Where back in the day they had hobby guides and things you can do custom. And
they even had
articles.
They had games that were played, and they showed you how the game played out, and they would even write it like a narrative.
Yes.
Lehman Russ forged the battle forward as he did such and such.
And that was the coolest part about it too.
Yeah, it was cool. And they have overhead pictures of how the units and troops were moving.
In battle formations, analyzing the battle. Yeah, but
Battle Report, was it called? Something like that.
Yeah, but now it's all commercial. So Wizards, regardless of what they were doing business-wise, the content was for the fan. They had interviews. They told you about what's going on. I remember when Spawn was in it. I remember I learned about Darkness, one of my favorites, from them. So they actually did the job. Yeah,
I mean that toy magazine. I remember when they would reveal.
Toy Fair?
Yeah.
Toy Fair, yeah.
They would reveal the toys.
Yeah.
I have this
Toilers back in the day.
Yeah, I have this. For the sake of showing Farrell, I have this statue here, which is I forget who made these. But they were basically called origin statues, where the character stood in black and white behind the original event that caused the character to become the character.
Yeah, it's not Daredevil beating the shit out of a little kid.
Right. So wait.
I saw it first.
So in Toy Fair, they would have pictures of all the new stuff that was coming, and then they would put little comic book bubbles that were all jokes. And the reason why I have this piece is because there was a joke made about this one in a Toy Fair magazine that I couldn't get control of myself. I laughed at it for hours. It was just a picture of it like this, bubble coming out of Daredevil's head, and it said, "Now clean it up." and I couldn't get right, you know. And that's the only reason why I own that piece is because of a joke made in that magazine. Right. And they had the comic strips that were in the magazine and everything. They were great, you know, which eventually spawned Robot Chicken. You know, that came from that, you know. So anyway, it was interesting. All right, I've debated about. I have a question. I have one question. Let me just do it. Is anybody under serious time constraints?
No, not till 4.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Softball, little softball drama.
Actually, can I piss first?
Yeah.
Why do you pee when I pee?
And I don't think this will take too long, but all right. So I'm not here to, because this is public. I'm not here to cause any drama because I think they know some of the shit now that I'm in. You know what I mean? Because
no names.
Some of the kids have been in the basement and shit, so they know the Skullface thing. Some of the kids subscribe to the Skullface channel.
Oh, wow.
You know, so anyway, here's the issue, right? We were asked to do another fundraising thing.
God,
your favorite.
Did they ever play softball?
In January for Super Bowl squares for an extra tournament, right? I was against it. I had voiced I would rather us all kick in $30. And if one person is having a rough time, because they keep mentioning that there might be people on the team that are having financial issues or whatever.
Yeah.
If a person is having financial, 2 people, I think we can all kick in $3 or $6 a piece, which is what it would basically even out to, and cover them as well. Then have to ask grandparents again for $10, $20 more for their grandkids softball, you know. And everybody seemed to kind of be on board with that, but then we did the fucking fundraising thing anyway. Fine, we paid into it. I think we just bought it. You know, that's just what we do now. We just outright buy it.
Yeah.
And
where's the Super Bowl thing? Yeah.
So then,
can I stop you real quick?
Yeah.
Was the expectation that so you bought $10 squares in the Super Bowl,
whatever it was,
right? Yeah. So there's $1,000,
whatever it was,
right? So what was the prize for winning?
I don't even remember,
but it's some amount of that.
Yeah, there was something that you could win from that. Yeah.
So Jamie and I were talking about something the other day, a 50-50 raffle, and he made a statement that I disagreed with. Right? So he's like, so this person won, and they, you know, obviously they gave the money back because it's for a good cause,
right?
And I'm like, I wouldn't have. because the whole point is they got their half.
Yeah.
Right. So to me, it all depends on the cause.
So, and I was asking about the Super Bowl thing because it's like, okay, if they're going to say, hey, we're going to take $500 off the top, we're going to put $500 back into the prize pool.
Right.
Wouldn't it just be easier if you're not going to get shamed for it just to give the fucking money?
Of course.
100%.
Of course.
100%.
Of course.
And I hate that where it's like, hey, you won. Are you going to give it back?
So,
or do you want your prize?
I
want my fucking prize.
And I don't think they were asking. I think they gave the money out, and that just was what it was. I do, like, if I was in something where like somebody had like a ton of medical bills and was really sick or some shit like that, and I won the money, I'm giving it back.
Yeah.
I just don't like being shamed into giving them money.
I hear that too. But anyway, so then we get and to be fair, I'm not in all the chats and I'm not in all of it, right? Some of them are just for moms, you know.
Of course.
Little exclusive, if you ask me.
Anyone just for the dads?
No, of course not.
Of course not.
What if a kid had 2 dads or 2 moms? They just wouldn't have.
You're fucked.
They either double up or get none. So, or you know which dad they get. I'm just kidding. So anyway, So then we get, I do get a notification that one of the kind of, we'll call her the manager of the team, has come across this program that will help with their mental game, right? And it sounds fine, right? You know, so if the kids could just show up, you know, 15 minutes early to practice, we're going to go over some mental stuff before we get into practice. And we're going to give them a little journal that they can write in and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. The moment they said journal, I looked over at Laura and I was like,
It's going to cost
Money.
we're paying for this. And she told me, no, no way.
Why do you think the money? Where was the money come? Where did the journal
That's
come
not
from?
true. That's impossible. And I was like, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's 100%.
As soon as that journal, we're paying for it. Because not an attack on them, but they're not paying for journals for everybody out of their pocket, right? No. That's got to come from somewhere. So, all right. So anyway, that was like about 4 weeks ago. And I just had this sinking suspicion that we're paying for it. But then I heard Laura talking about the tournaments that we were participating in. And one of them, it didn't seem like there was any new ones.
That you pay for an extra.
I was like, well, wait, what about the fundraising thing?
That was fun.
And then it just clicked for me. So I was like, I would like to have a group chat with all the members, so we can keep everything. Even aside from this, it's good for us as a team to have all the parents in one chat with no children.
Yes.
And just business.
Adult stuff.
So the coach opened up the chat, which I appreciated, and invited us to a meeting this Saturday to have. And I was like, look, I can't make the meeting. I can't. I got other shit going on. But I do have a question. Are we paying for the mental training? 100% we are.
Yep.
And it's about $500.
It's about how much money they made off the Super Bowl thing.
Would be my guess.
Yeah.
Do you ask where the extra tournament went?
We missed the opportunity.
But they're not going to refund the money back to the people that...
No. And I'm even, like, at that point, it is what it is. Right. But if you're going to change it, my request just moving forward is like, look, if we're like, we pay to be a part of this team, right? It's a travel team. We got to pay. It's a significant amount of money. And like, I trust the coaching staff to use that money appropriately, whatever they need, bats, balls, fucking bags, gloves, whatever the fucking team needs, pay for the tournaments,
journals,
umpires, journals.
Gel pens,
journal stickers. God damn it! The second time today. I expect for them to make those decisions, but when you're asking for fundraising, like now, I need you to be accountable
upfront,
not just to me, but to my parents, to my coworkers, to people that might be participating in the fundraising. And if it changes, I need you to let us know. And in my opinion, we need to vote on what we're using that money for, because we were all in agreement to raise money for this one thing.
Yes,
now we've changed what the thing is, right? And I'm not saying that the mental game is a bad thing. It has nothing to do with that. It could have been, to feed homeless people or, any noble cause. It's just that you didn't tell me that that's what my money was for.
It's transparency.
Right. Correct.
But so to me, it also brings up a bigger question of if if we're going to change this, where we are raising money for this, and then that doesn't happen, do you need to look at the finances for the whole thing?
Yeah, well, so that's and that's
right. Everything comes into question now,
because it's all this stuff is just a slope towards,
and that's what's happening. And it's like the truth of the matter is, in spite of some of the frustrations that come, they're new to this, right? And I can appreciate that. My frustrations come from like, okay, we keep hitting these bumps in the road. I'm the only one voicing it. People are whispering in the shadows.
Yeah, because you're you.
But I'm the one that's like, look, let's get this shit out on the table, because otherwise it's going to erode this team. We're going to rust from the inside out. Let's get it on the table. You know what I mean? If you can have an issue with me while it's on the table, and then after it's on the table, I'll shake hands with you and go cheer both our kids on this Saturday.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to play that way. They want to whisper in the shadows and have these little private cliques and all this shit. And I think it's dangerous. It's because like the truth is like my kids' team, the girls are tight. Like they really like each other. Like they're like, and they hold themselves accountable to each other, which is a beautiful thing to see. They don't want to fail each other, and the parents kind of generally get along. And myself included. I don't have anything really personal against any. I might get frustrated and make some, just be me. Right. But like, I generally like them all for, for the most part. But it's frustrating on two sides. With one, where I keep saying the same thing, and then the things keep happening, where it's like, okay, I thought we addressed this, and I thought we were all on the same page. Now we're not on the same page. Okay, let's try to get on the same page again. That, and then the other side of things where it's like everybody's whispering in the shadows, but when I bring it to the forefront, now not only am I the bad guy, but they'll leave me out there by myself, which is fine. My shoulders are broad.
You know what I'm going to say about that? It's just natural human behavior.
Yeah. But
that's just what people do.
You know, but it's like, it's just
that's why it makes you stand out. Because you aren't like that.
No, and that's the thing.
It's not easy.
I can't. No, it's not easy. It's not easy to be confrontational. And I don't mean to be confrontational, but like.
And it's the right thing to do.
I can't sleep at night. If I have an issue, it doesn't even have to be an issue. If I need to congratulate you on your promotion, you know, or whatever, I can't sleep at night until I get it off my chest.
It's your burden to bear.
Chucky O just had a baby yesterday. Oh, congratulations to Chucky O.
I don't think they've released that publicly.
Well,
this come out a week later, so hopefully.
Yeah, next week they will. I was immediately in his DM, so to speak, saying congratulations. Like, it's shit. I can't live without getting it off my chest, you know? So anyway, that's that. So a second question I have.
Did you ask a first one?
Well, no. That first one was the story, the softball story. Oh. Second one is a question not necessarily related. How much poor behavior will you tolerate from someone in close proximity to your wife?
What kind of bad behavior?
Let's say being irate. Nothing's directed at Krista.
Just being...
But let's say it's right next to Krista.
And it's just bad shit all the time?
Well, this particular time.
Yeah. How much... I mean... our relation dynamic, I think, might be a little different because, like,
oh no, I'm not trying to compare and contrast. I'm curious.
No, because like I find her to be incredibly strong-willed on her own. Mm-hmm. So like, if she doesn't complain about it, even if I find a problem with it, I will let it go because I know that if she really has a problem with it, she will voice it, and at that point, then we're addressing it right now. So I'll let it go for us because I don't want
mine.
Because I don't want to overstep my boundary because it's like a white knighting thing. Like I don't want to baby you. I don't want to treat you with kids' love. Like you are your own adult person, right? And I don't want to overstep your boundaries of what you're doing with your life in certain situations. Because like maybe she's not that upset about it and she doesn't want to rock the boat because her life is fine the way it is, and it could be worse. So
I raised this something, and I'm not going to go into too much detail.
Yeah.
But something happened, and my wife is strong-willed also.
Yes, she is.
She will tell you.
Yes.
But this particular time that this situation happened, I wasn't there, and I'm not sure it would have happened had I been there.
Mm-hmm. Is this somebody you know well?
But it's weighing on me. And
did you wish you were there to do something about it, or
no? I think she's probably happy I was not there.
Okay, yeah.
Knowing her,
right? That's how I feel. Like that's why I don't want to step in.
But right now, this ain't about her. now it's about me.
Of course.
And of course it's about her as well. But I think that she wishes, in hindsight, that maybe she would have said something, but at the time she let it go.
Yeah, it's too late to go back.
Yeah. But now I'm hypersensitive. You know. And I'm trying to turn a new leaf. I had a good 2025. I had a road rage incident, you know, that was somewhat my fault. You know, but nothing happened. Nothing came from it. And And I want to continue my trend. That's my goal. But
it's a rough one.
So on my radar now.
Is it work?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's an issue.
But anyway, I could talk more about it offline. But I am curious because here's the thing, right? Is like I had an incident in New York, and when I went to see Sleep Token, we were walking down the street, and there was a girl there, and a group of dudes, young kids, which are arguably the most dangerous.
Yes,
right,
100%.
And they were getting physical with this girl, and I've got my family with me. Mm-hmm. And we're walking past it, and I, in my head, was like, this is a crossroads moment for you. Do you let your kids see that you won't tolerate that? Or do you ignore it, and they see that you ignore it?
Well, because they won't see the nuance, unfortunately.
Of protection. And
if you get involved, then you effectively bring them into it, too.
So I stepped towards the situation.
Yeah.
The girl started laughing. They started laughing. I had misread it, and I course corrected and continued on with my family in the travel. So luckily, it all worked out that way. But if I were to extrapolate that, right, to somebody is, we're sitting on the bench waiting for the train, and some dude starts cursing out his girl.
Yeah.
And my girl's sitting right next to him. It's not my business. It's not our business. But in some way, it's also inappropriate.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're making it everyone's business. That's the problem.
Yeah,
it could be their business, but they're making everyone else's problem by being out and around people, right? It's just like, I don't want to fucking hear people on the speakerphones. You making your conversation everyone's conversation.
Right.
So at that point, you have the right to step in because it is now in your court.
So,
but I mean, if is it a one-time incident, or you just worry about things happening over and over again?
So far, one-time incident.
Yeah. So you can one-time things put on your radar and chalk it off.
Yeah.
If it happens again, then especially that's why I asked if it was work or not, because if it's a situation you can avoid, then avoid the person. But if you're a captive audience, then you got to do something about it.
And I'll tell you, I don't think the next if this were to happen, and there's nothing to suggest it will ever happen again.
Right.
But if it were to happen again, Laura does not remain quiet. I know that.
Okay. Then
a can of worms might get open that there's no putting that toothpaste back in.
Yeah,
and then that needs to get sorted. But depending on how things, that's worst case scenario.
Responsible to actions and consequences. So that's what it is.
So with that, we I have some notes. Probably
I didn't get no notes.
I know that's on me too.
But it's on me to forget. I thought it was Thursday because TUE and THU is very similar.
You did add the March 3rd in though.
Yeah, I'm foreign.
Let me see if I can see anything that's worthwhile talking about. Let's see here. Because it might not be, it's not like something happens. There's
nothing big as fucking war. Explosions over Tehran.
Yeah, there's that Wolverine video game has a release date
finally,
now.
Because we were looking forward to it.
Yeah, of September this year, and I'm still looking forward to it.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does look good, man. And you know what? I say this all the time, though, so maybe I'm just full of shit. But I've been in the mood to play some games. You
do though. You 100% of that fucking Spider-Man game.
I know.
It's just I think it's the same with me with projects. Once you sit down to do it, you'll do it. It's just sitting down to do it.
Yes.
That was the problem.
Why is that so hard?
I played Helldivers for 5 minutes.
Oh, that's it?
On Saturday.
Why just 5 minutes?
It was my whole plan for Saturday evening. I was like, look, I'm going to have some beers. I'm going to put Helldivers. I'm going to play. And I played one. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get back into it. So I'm going to play one by myself just to, get the controls back down. And I was like, that was cool. Let's go on to the next thing.
I mean, everything has a shelf life, right? Just because like you don't enjoy something as much anymore doesn't mean they weren't good. You had your time with them.
Also, there's something that came from the Nerdist. It said Sony plans. You're going to love this, Joey. You ready? Are you ready to smile? Sony plans to reboot live-action Spider-Man universe with new cast.
Great.
Sony's first Venom film made more than $850 million at the worldwide box office. Its 2 sequels also did well. The problem was that the franchise's other Spidey-free films, not so much. Morbius, Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, Morbing Time, were not exactly hits. They weren't tough at bats. Reviews were just as bad as ticket sales.
It's not the character. They just made bad movies. They could have made good movies with those characters on no Spider-Man.
I agree. But the studio is not giving up on it just yet. There's plans to eventually reboot with all new people. During a guest appearance on the Town podcast, the host, Matt Baloney, which is funny, Tom Rothman, Sony Pictures chairman and CEO, offered an update of the future of Sony's live-action Spider-Man films. Rothman said that the human Spider-Verse is not dead. He also said an unambiguous yes twice when Baloney asked if the studio will go back to those movies if the next films will be a fresh reboot. Rothman said yes. Again, when also directly asked if the reboot will mean new people, he said yes. Like, I don't know, man. I
don't give a shit.
So I really don't either. But I do feel like we're at a... Okay, I give a shit. Let me tell you why. I feel like we're at a point now with this superhero shit where it is oversaturated, it is watered down.
Yep.
And I think that anything that's not really trying to move the needle forward, anything that's just noise at this point, we should silence. And like, we can make the argument that the fans have been trying to silence for 3 movies now.
Yes.
And they just won't get the message. So like,
they never do.
I wish that, not that I want Disney to have it all, but like,
I mean, for the material,
they need the best. Like, it's for the best. If they just fucking sell it, man. Like, sell it for a ridiculous amount of... Who's going to... If you're a major corporation, you're not going to turn down the chance to own Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a cash cow, but Sony's inherent need to hold on to it, and I understand the reasons why, but it's only hurting the franchise.
It's hurting everybody else.
And it's devaluing what they own.
Yes. It's hurting everybody, really, including themselves. They might be making some money off of it, but like, they're hurting the brand in the long run. There's been too many Spider-Mans. I know kids like Spider-Mans or whatever, but it's been too fucking many. You just stop caring after a while.
And once again, the noise surrounding the Spider-Man, right? Like, you know, maybe the films would have been fine, but obviously Kraven, Madam Web, and Morbius is not fine. And I'd argue that
Venom is.
Yeah, I mean, numbers-wise it is, but I would argue that overall it's not doing anything good for the franchise.
No. I don't give a shit about that. They will just only make some money now.
But yeah. And other than that, we don't have any questions, but if you'd like to send one
questions.
You can email us at nerdrageradiomail@gmail.com.
We are recording somewhat early in the week.
Oh, yeah, we are. What day is it? Tuesday.
But anyway, Joe, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. I've missed you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Shout out to Pickerton on assignment. Shout out to Dante on Facebook and Phil on our notes. And with that,
flap your labius.
Moist thighs.
Tight dick player.